That's like looking at the Michelin man.
I couldn't think of it. I was talking about the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, man. Episode 134. I'm your co-host Omar, aka O'Milly, aka that dude, aka Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Man, we got a great show today lined up. 10 questions this week. I'm gonna be naming 10 NFL free agency players and 10 players that could possibly free agents. And these brothers and you guys are gonna tell me where you think is gonna be that destination. Also, we gotta talk about LeBron James and that stunt he pulled in the All-Star game. I got a feeling these brothers are gonna have a lot to say about it. And then, of course, man, the young lady, what's I don't want to mess up her name, Dank DeMoss, the Detroit rapper. We got to talk about that. How do y'all feel about that as far as her trying to sue for millions? Is she suing Uber or Lyft? What Uber? So how do y'all feel about that, man? And then we got a few more things, a lot more to talk about. But before we get any further, I'm gonna let these brothers introduce themselves and go ahead and get right into it, man. Old Heads episode 134. Yeah.
It's your boy Cool.
It's your man Hendo G, aka French Loaf, aka the man who be smoking that stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, it's y'all first time with us today, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check us out as well on YouTube on Chendo, Ceehendo, as well as Old Head Sports Entertainment Podcast. Don't be dusty, man. Hit that like button and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But man, Hendo's hot takes. Hendo, what's the hot take?
Joe Budden, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of hearing your mouth every goddamn day about every goddamn thing. Seriously, this nigga got the most to say about everything. And I don't really take this nigga as a successful rapper. This nigga is more known for what he doing on podcasts and talk about other rappers than he's known for his own work. And that's a damn shame. You got a lot to say about other niggas, and your rap game was weak as shit.
Damn.
Don't talk about his rap game was weak as fuck, man.
Pump it up.
That was his best song, was Pump It Up, and that shit dropped.
I want you to remember how that song went. Pump it up.
Like smoking or something. About just give me 10 minutes.
Man, listen, dog. That nigga's rap. That nigga's him and Pretty Ricky got the same thing. Their careers lasted the same length. It don't really matter to me about the little substance, because to me,
hold on, Pretty Ricky was famous longer than Joe.
One was crying then, one's crying now. That's what it is.
Well, it's just like he always got the most to say about everything rap related. And to me, he was weak as fuck, man. And he has nothing positive to say about a lot of any of the good rappers that are out there. He just seems to kind of like swipe hold all the guys that like the Kendricks and all this, and he wants to talk shit about the Drakes and all shit like that. But yet this nigga's substance and shit was weak as shit too. You know what I'm saying? He does nothing for the culture. Him, Academic, and a lot of motherfuckers, Vlad even, all they do is look for the negative responses in our culture and our music and shit. And after a period of time, you get kind of sick of seeing these motherfuckers doing this old Sambo ass trick, you know what I'm saying? But then, want to be all brotherly and shit all the next time. Stop hating on motherfuckers all the time. I understand what you doing, but man, it just comes off like you're a bitter guy all the fucking time, hating on new motherfuckers. And all these new motherfuckers that you hating on seemingly are successful. And there's nothing worse than watching an old black guy hate on young, successful guys. That's exactly what the culture works with, and we should be working against. Shit like that. And he's always doing little sly ass shots. Try helping motherfuckers out one time. Put somebody on crap. Like, oh man, you know what? Minus all the things I said, the album was decent. Keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he gets a lot of emotions and feelings and shit about weak ass shit. Just because motherfucker didn't show up to his signings, now they a weak rapper. Oh, this dude didn't come see my little function. Oh, I don't mess with dog no more. That's a goddamn lie. Because we look at the emails, you was begging him to come to the function. Begging him. Nah, man. Shut the fuck up, Joe. I'm so sick of that nigga sometimes, man.
You got a great point.
Yeah, that was actually a fun. That's Hendo's hot take, man. What else can you say?
And I stand by that message.
Did y'all want to expound upon that?
Hey, man.
That's your valid shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta completely shut the fuck up. Just calm down with all that bullshit, man. All that rhetoric. All that goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Man, like you said, that Sambo bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing good to say. You ain't gotta say shit at all. That's what I was always
But just all the time, though? When have you ever really seen him compliment a person's work or body work, but then he'll sit here and cry about how motherfuckers don't respect his body at work?
Sensationalize and shit.
It's crazy. You trying to sit here and put your little weep ass rapper in and weep when motherfuckers try to talk shit about you, but then when motherfuckers actually say that this was a work of art, nah, man, you know, I ain't really. I understand you entitled to your shit, but it's always, nigga, like, damn, who got good work to you? No one but you?
Bro, I can say this much, like, I ain't never sat there and watched his whole podcast. Like, I watched bits and pieces, and then, like, his controversy is the most appealing part of it. So now he knows what's gonna push buttons, get gears, get likes. He's doing it for that. He can deal with the hate later. He's just doing it for a bag, and like all that Drake hate that he got, nigga, you light skinned it too, and you hating on the same nigga that could possibly use.
But the whole thing is, there across the industry, there's like 12 or 13 Drakes. Right. There's like 5 other dudes that's like Kendrick Lamar. There's like 6 other dudes that's like Uzi Vert out here. You just go after the name ones because you don't like them, and that seems like a personal thing sometimes. Right. And what I'm saying is keep the personal shit aside, but you always want to dip into that shit and just put the career shit. Was the album trash? Boom. You be saying it's trash even though the album was mid. It was a decent album. I call it a mid album decent to me. Right. It was trash. Well, shit. The billboards don't say this. The pop charts don't say this. The fans don't say this, but you say this. Like, you're the only one saying this. Right. You had the same thing to say about the Migos. Nah. Just because you don't like their music doesn't mean that shit is trash.
Nah, I remember seeing that was the only interview.
That was very.
That's the only interview I can honestly say.
No, bro. Soulja Boy shit too.
Bro, I didn't watch the whole thing. Bro, I ended up watching the clips of it, and like, bro, I never watched the whole thing, so I don't know what he said through a whole thing. I know the controversy parts of it, and that nigga sounds stupid as hell. Like, he's pulling a Charleston White, but towards the rap side.
I feel like y'all gotta know who he is.
I know who he is.
He's
pump it up.
He's always
I'm
talking about his personal life. I see him on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Trust me, all the whole
I get it.
Think he's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that, you know what I'm saying? The shit that he do don't always be making sense like that. Like,
but it's like you be having strong conventions over this shit. It'd be different if it was just like, it'd be different to me.
Holding like and shit on like that type shit. Like,
it'd be different if it was like a Kanye rant. We deal with Kanye rants. He'd be like, man, the sun turned into the moon and everything become gold. And everybody be like, oh shit, man, he's just going on one of his rants. But he don't be standing on it. He don't repeat it. Like, nigga, the sun turned into the moon and we all gonna turn to gold. Alright? That's what I say. He don't stand on it. It's different. Joe be trying to stand on this shit. Like, bro, who the fuck are you?
I can't really listen to that man because he's sitting there with his legs crossed like this and like that, not the whole time.
No socks.
No socks. No socks.
That is Endo's hot take, man. Black Factor of the week, of course, with the NBA All-Star game just passed away. Excuse me, passed.
The whole NBA passed away.
I know, right?
Killed it.
The damn All-Star game damn that did.
I know, right?
It definitely life support.
I know, right? But one thing I think a lot of people don't know is we have a lot of players that's been drafted into the NBA. But did you know the first woman and only woman ever drafted to the NBA was Lucia Harris? She was the first and only woman drafted into the NBA by the New Orleans Jazz in the 7th round at the 1977 NBA draft. So yeah, shout out to Lucia Harris. She actually recently just passed away. Much love from here, old heads, man. First and only woman, sister, man, drafted into the NBA, man. She was a dog. So salute R.P. Lucia Harris, man.
Who's gonna be the second? That's all I want to know.
Should be Juju.
Shit.
If they had 5 rounds, maybe. No, she could.
Put a girl on every team?
Sports entertainment news. Moving right along.
Very dismissive.
Man.
Very dismiss it.
Moving right along. With the Eagles' dominant performance in the Super Bowl, could this team possibly be the team to beat for the foreseeable future?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
Not even a question. Hell no. First of all, they got to worry about their division. You know what I'm saying? I would say you got to count Dallas out, but you never actually should because they got a team for the talent. And if they can ever
Pocket full of
get
money.
a coach and a scheme, they could always be dangerous because they keep winning a lot of games most years, at least in recent memory and shit.
Commanders.
They need somebody who
The
don't
fucking
get that.
Commanders are a team that they need to be worried about getting out of their own division. They should like they should be a staple going from here on out. They should be. And you still have to worry about the Detroit Lions. This is all the NFC. The Detroit Lions. We don't know how the Vikings are gonna look, and motherfuckers don't know how the hell the Bears are gonna look. Green Bay is always hanging around. This is just the NFC.
Don't forget about
We're not
Minnesota.
talking about. You said what? I
Oh, you said Vikings. Oh, my bad.
I would sprinkle Tampa Bay in there.
I'm
so.
about to say, don't
I'd
forget
sprinkle
Tampa Bay. Don't forget Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? I don't
I
get
can't say
Seattle.
Seattle.
I don't get Seattle.
I would say the Niners or the Rams before I would mention Seattle.
Niners, Rams, always the Rams.
I wouldn't forget what Gino did over there.
Yeah, but Gino's not gonna have that same. A lot of things are gonna change.
He's still gonna have Metcalf.
You don't know that.
He has to prove
You don't
it
know
every
that.
year.
That's not a.
Gino has to prove it every year. He has more years of bad tape than years of good.
Yeah.
But he was also on a bad team.
I mean,
once he switched from the Jets to that,
you can only use that
was
as
coaching.
You can only use that excuse for so long. Like he said, when you look at the tape, it looks good.
He moves the needle. Do you think
He had a
he's game
contract with the
changer,
Jets that he
or
had
do
to
you
play
think he's
out.
a game manager?
And as soon as he left the Jets,
Not
he
even a
went
manager.
straight there.
Do you think he's because it's one thing to be good, and it's another thing to be a game changer.
Right.
No, Dino is good.
Has been he's had good tape recently.
Yeah,
He
that's
had a
the way I
good
would
team
describe.
recently.
Yeah.
That's
He
what I
had a
would
good team
describe.
recently.
Since he's been in Seattle, Gino has been a good starting quarterback. You can't say that before that.
Good doesn't win Super Bowls. Good doesn't get you.
I'll
Good
watch it.
gets you to the playoffs. It doesn't win you playoff
There's
games.
no pieces they need. They still need pieces.
And they're
a good quarterback.
But
You
they're-
got the quarterback and the wide receiver.
They're
You
in a
need running
limbo.
back?
His
No,
pocket
this-
awareness
Tight
is
end?
horrible.
This is what you get with like
It's
Seattle.
horrible.
You
It's
get,
one of the worst
it
I've
is
seen
pretty
in
bad.
the
It
NFL
is pretty bad
history.
because once he gets to look, he
First
doesn't
of
feel
all, I've
nothing
seen
else.
this motherfucker take like a 30-yard sack before. He just kept running back and running back and running back. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in an NFL game. It's the most unprofessional thing a quarterback could ever. He didn't want to throw it away or nothing. He just kept goddamn running back 30, 40 fucking yards. But that's just one play. I'm talking about his overall pocket awareness is trash. I see him every play. Like by the time he get off that second read, if something ain't there, this dude is either about to take off. You don't know who all is around him. It just looks a mess.
So who would you say? Who would you say needs it? If not the Eagles, who would you say? Still the Chiefs?
Well, as far as one team, I feel like the entire league is like they all can do it at this point. You know, you got a Buffalo Bills team that just came up short. They were maybe a player or two away from like really feeling like it was their time. I feel like, you know, you got teams like that.
Baltimore.
You got teams like the Chargers.
It was
Baltimore
it was an
is
Andrew
always
catch away
right
from.
there. You know what I'm saying? So you got teams like this who always there. Baltimore's always a problem. They disappoint themselves in the playoff. But at the same point in time, though, they always there. So you have to deal with a team like that, too, because they're going to be right there again next year. You know, a whole bunch of teams.
How you feel about the Eagles team to beat for foreseeable future with all that talent?
Hell no. Hell no. Bro, the real MVP of that whole game to me was the motherfucking kid, bro. He had 16 points in that game. Bro, like, they did what they were supposed to do. They applied pressure. The kicker came out there. He knocked him down. He was 4 for 4. He had every extra point. The man was out there doing his job. Like, the defense went out there, got 2 INTs. They applied the pressure to the offense, but if you look at it at a quarterback versus quarterback standpoint, Patrick still beat him. Yes. In yards thrown, yes, he had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts had 2
yards come.
Right,
he had
that's
2.
what I'm saying, man. Like,
No, they came for Xavier.
Jalen Hurts outplayed.
No, Xavier.
First half, I thought.
No, Xavier had 157 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That was all in garbage time.
I'm about to say second half, right?
That was all in garbage time.
Hey.
They was
already
down.
in the ass.
They was down like 34-0 at one point.
Yeah. They was in the ass whoop.
That's all garbage time. Bro. I
Embarrassing.
mean, I'm just saying. I
Hey,
mean, if
you got to
want-
give the Rook his props. The Rook was the only one who showed up out of that whole receiver core. You got to look at what Kelsey did the whole season. 3 touchdowns. The whole season. Like, bro, things are about to change, and that Chiefs team's about to change too.
That's a.
Bro, for the last 2 years, that nigga had 5 touchdowns for the whole season last year.
Wildin', bro.
You said he had 3 touchdowns, but they had 97 receptions. That's a
For
tight- that's a
800
tight end.
for 800 yards, bro. 800 yards.
97 receptions is a lot.
That's still
Bro, but how many attempts was that?
800 yards isn't horrible either, though.
No.
But no,
from the
you
tight
gotta
end,
think
right.
about how many attempts was thrown at him.
That's
I
not
don't
his
know. It
fault.
seemed like he caught a lot of it. He caught 97 times. I mean,
Nah.
he caught a whole bunch of them pitches. That's a
I
motherfucker.
mean, go ahead. How you feel about it, though? Well, so who you think? You still think it's the Chiefs?
I don't think it's the Chiefs. I think it could be anybody's game after this.
So you feel like BI can be anybody?
It's anybody's.
Chargers in
Eagles a team to beat for foreseeable future with all that talent.
Nah, I don't really see it as like all that talent there. I think there is some talent there. I think they really
It's
benefited.
Jalen.
I just really think they benefited off a good Saquon Barkley year.
Yeah,
There
that's
was-
all it was.
There was years that I seen
He got
Saquon
cleaned
with
up.
the Giants and stuff, and I felt like they could have, if they would have made it past certain teams, they could have took certain
That's
things.
true too, and I thought that going into this game, but you got to admit that Super Bowl, that defense,
Wow.
I
is
just-
what won that game.
Bro, he
And
got
Patrick
clammed
Mahomes
up.
Yep,
never
but
got
listen.
sacked 5 times before in the
But
football
what's
game.
true to stand is this isn't the first time we've seen a defense front four come through and be aggressive like that.
Yeah,
but the
when
next
out
year,
blissing.
but the next year not be the same like that.
Yeah,
This was a
that's
good
why I
year,
say, yeah.
but when you see
The
front
same
four like
front
that,
four
because be
seems
honest,
future.
we seen Tampa Bay with the same front four like that one time when Tom Brady was there, and their front four was
You
killing
see the
motherfuckers.
Chicago Bears, I was alive.
But
I was alive at this time. Them
to
niggas-
say all
they
that
got rid of
time,
everybody.
I feel like it was a heavy Saquon, Jalen year, even though, the offensive line did very well and the defensive front four did very well. I really think the Commanders are going to be the team to really be looking at because I think they were a few mistakes away from going a little bit further
I think
this year.
Detroit really, they lost their offensive coordinator, and somebody else.
Defensive coordinator as
Right.
well.
But same
It's
point
the-
in time,
it's-
though, that team, if that team is still what they have been, they're a problem.
But
still.
if you look at the history, statistic-wise, any team that's lost both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, they
Yeah.
take a statistical dip
Yeah.
the year
They
after.
should, because that's
It
a
happens
strategy going out the window.
every time you see it.
It's
There's
just that you see the
But-
same personnel.
But you also
the
know
same
it's hard to
thing.
three-peat.
but this is something that happens when you lose your offensive and defensive coordinators. Usually, you could lose one and still be contending teams. But when you lose both of those, statistically, you just take dips usually, regardless of
It's
what
like
comes
you
in.
losing your identity.
Kind of for a second, but like I said, we watched that happen with the Eagles. They took a year off. It kind of looked like the year they kind of struggled, and then the year after they were back in
You gotta
contention
see
once
how
again.
it
Though
look. Because sometimes it can even get better. You never know.
the year Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl that first time, that year they lost their defensive offensive coordinator. They weren't good again until this year when actually they got another
Yeah.
thing. But think about that one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I kind of see like that with the Lions. That's why I say the forward movement right now, the team that's staying together, not making any adjustment, the Commanders. That's going to be a core unit.
Oh, yeah.
They ran good
Man,
this year.
They old.
They're old.
Who?
Commanders are old.
Nah.
I respect.
There's some
Nah.
pieces in there, but this will be their better run of the year, is what I'm saying. Last year was a year we got to see them, but this year will be the better run.
Right.
Respectfully, I think y'all wild. I think the Eagles are definitely the team to beat in the future. Saquon is still pretty much in his prime. That offensive line is either the second or best offensive line in the league. The defensive line, everybody outside of Sweat, they don't have to pay. And then you look at Nolan. One thing about the Eagles is they hit on their draft. They've hit on almost every single draft pick. They got 2 really good cornerbacks. They're not having to pay. Jalen Hurts, you're not paying him an astronomical amount of money. And then I think the thing with the Eagles that I think a lot of people don't look at is Jalen Hurts is actually more Eli Manning than he is, I would say, Peyton Manning. And when I say what that is, when you look at him when it comes to big games in the Super Bowl, he's outplayed Patrick Mahomes by far in both Super Bowls. They just didn't win that first one. So, and even in this Super Bowl, they shut down Saquon. That was their game plan. If we shut down Saquon, we have to we're gonna make Jalen Hurts beat us on the pocket. Guess what? He turned around and did that shit again. So I think that's one thing you don't. I shouldn't say he can't have a bad Super Bowl, but he's proven that the moment isn't too big for him. And then, like I say, with the thing with the Eagles is they don't have a problem spending money. And then another thing is that they're in the trenches. They're in the top 5 on both sides of the ball when you come to the trenches, and they're not paying anybody. If they get a Myles Garrett,
That ain't gonna happen.
that could very much happen because this is why they have enough talent to where they can give up 2 first-round picks. They can give up 2 first-round picks, sign Sweat, and then trade them away.
Okay. I just like the Peyton Manning reference, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to
That's
somebody
just
actually
me.
realizing that Peyton Manning been out playing motherfuckers forever, but his team wasn't all the way right. Same point in time, Saquon Barkley gets hurt a lot.
He does.
Knock on wood, because I ain't never hoping that shit happen.
But
I was happy as hell he got through the season.
I totally agree, and I thought about that as well. If you look at this draft, which is why I said the Eagles draft, well, this is a heavy running back draft and a heavy defensive front draft.
Yeah.
So if they draft another running back, that's why if Saquon gets hurt, guess what? They went to the Super Bowl 2-3 years prior when they didn't fucking have Saquon, but they had that same good defensive line, like how you talked about when they was dominant, and they had that same offensive line. Philly has an identity.
But they lost because they didn't have a Saquon to load the box.
I get that. I totally get that.
So you can take advantage of them in other places.
You can. You absolutely can.
I mean, they open yourself up when they completely took Saquon out there again.
They did, but like I said, but you have somebody like Jalen Hurts who's proven in big games he can win it for you, where he can be that game changer. Yeah. In the regular season, he's a game manager. It's Super Bowl time, he becomes that game changer. So I think Philly.
I feel like it was the
So I
defense.
think Philly, in my opinion, I think with all that talent and with that infrastructure that they have.
I mean, you're not crazy for saying that.
I like
talent,
Washington, but when they look at their some of their key pieces, they are getting old. Jonathan Allen is getting old.
We talking about a year difference, so we ain't talking about a 2-year difference. We talking about a season difference.
But a year could be big in football.
But for me,
shit, it could be big for both
For
teams. Or it
me,
could be
when
big
I'm
for
staring
Saquon
at-
too, and go back to
Yeah.
Saquon. A whole year can go by. What I'm saying is, we got talent moving forward with a defensive head coach. When you got Cliff Kingsbury over here, they putting shit together real smooth over here. And this is what we're doing right with their first year of product. That means usually the second year is usually a little bit better, unless he goes through a sophomore. You know what I'm saying?
And that can
slumps.
happen a lot of times too, though.
It happens to the best. It happened to Cam Newton.
And that still don't mean that your record won't be good.
That's-
And that still don't mean that you won't get better after that.
Technically, it happened to C.J. Stroud too. If you really want to look at it, I don't feel like because the numbers are kind of steady the same. They still went to the same destination.
This receiving core was
he's a
fucked
more
up this
complete
His
Cam Newton
offensive
to
line,
me,
too.
if you ask
Yeah,
me.
man. It wasn't the same.
Talking about that, let's get right into free agency. Who should the Bears look at first to draft? Who should the Bears target first in free agency?
This is that question.
Y'all let us know what y'all feel about it too.
I'm looking at them on this question, Luke.
Oh shit! I mean, let's once we got all these offensive pieces and shit going for it, let's go through and target one of the most target pieces we need, a defensive end. We should be looking at what it takes to get Myles Garrett here right now. We should be looking at trying to make the other side of the ball equal to the other side of the ball. What our problem is we have great corners, great safeties right now, good to great safeties and corners. We just need somebody to put pressure on the ball. Now, once Billings went down in, middle of the year, kind of saying we had no pressure on the ball. Sweat, if they double team him, he's taken care of. But Myles Garrett is a automatic double team. You do not approach a game and do not double team this man. You have to game plan offensively, and as an offensive line, game plan for the disruption this man is going to do. This is a piece we need to have. I would say go look at a Max Crosby or something, but if we're going to be looking at Max Crosby, look at Myles Garrett. They do similar to the same type of shit almost. One just comes from the middle, one comes from the edge. And I think we need an edge rusher right now, somebody who can shut down the left side to make these guys have to go. That's kind of what Aaron Donald did. That's kind of what these good guys do. They make you go away from them. If you can force them one guys, you control an aspect of the game. We need to be able to do that. That's what I think. We need a pass rusher.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. How you feel?
Shit, O-line was all I was thinking.
Man.
Yeah, but see, free agency, O-line, I want to draft. I want to draft O-line.
Depending on, well, that's what I was thinking.
Get a young
Well, he's saying
come
free
in
agency.
and solve with him.
That's why I'm saying, get that edge rusher and shit.
Well, that's what's out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the most talented positions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it don't conflict with whoever the hell we got on the field. I'm about getting talent.
So the other edge rushers that are going to be available would be like there's a Joey Bosa.
That's who I was about
He
to
might
say.
be available, but he's also injured a lot and aged. He's you can shake your head all you want, nigga. Every year he's fucking hurt.
That's why I said I get you.
And then Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack could possibly too. Once
He
again,
was hurt last year too.
you're also running into the same thing. I'm looking at Myles Garrett because I've never really seen a year where he's been injured. This man is healthy and he still really puts up almost 13 sacks a year.
What about Javon Hager
Who you
I'll go deep
from the 49ers?
How you feel? Who you think of?
I was
Should
thinking.
be as free agency.
So
Who
I
you
was
like to
thinking
see target
Joey.
first.
I was thinking Joey Bosa and Larry. However you say dog's name, because we were supposed to get him in the first place, and then Poole terminated the contract for him.
Mm-hmm.
His dog didn't play as well as he thought he was gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can go back and grab him, Joey Bosa, and even a free safety like Donovan, if he happens to come out and be a free agent from the safety from Dallas. Dog, we can grab all these pieces for low prices.
Just one. If you had to pick one free agent, who would you take?
To be honest, I had to see the upside in Bosa.
Okay, that's fair. I think for me, it's pretty much a no-brainer. If we had, I think our first main targets for our free agency needs to be Trey Smith, the guard out of Kansas City. I think we need to shore up that interior. I really like our right tackle who we drafted. I can't think of his name right now. It's eluding to me. I'm kind of worried about Braxton Jones on that left side. I'm not sure if it's going to be a left tackle at 10 that's going to be worthy enough to take there. If
There'd be some in the second round, though.
yeah, I wouldn't have a problem maybe taking one in the second round. You don't have a lot of left tackles in this free agency, so I would say if we can keep Braxton at the left and then maybe draft if that tackle from Texas drops to 10.
That's what I'm hoping.
I would say
draft?
Banks.
Well, you were saying
free agency. I was just saying a free agency. If he drops, then that will be a possibility. But I think if Trey Smith is out there, we need to try to do everything we can to shore up that middle, because that's a lot of times where Caleb is getting in trouble. To where if we need to shore up and getting that middle, so getting a good center and getting a good guard to kind of where we're not too much worried. Our tackles are good enough to where they can give Caleb some time. But I think first and foremost, I like what you said about working the line and getting somebody opposite of Sweat. I agree, but I think before any of that, Caleb Williams is our franchise, and we have to protect him first. So I say Trey Smith.
The only reason why
Chiefs.
I was figuring they were not as high with him because we could still acquire Trey Smith and still go get Myles Garrett though, because he'll be a free agent. The thing
that's going to be a lot. They talking about Trey Smith. He might be getting $20 million, bro, a year.
I mean, shit, that wouldn't reflect too heavy if you tie Myles in for a 4-year contract though.
That all depends on how much you giving him. That's gonna be a lot. I mean, it could work, but it's gonna be a lot of.
I was thinking this free agency only. Like I wasn't thinking any of draft pieces moving. Like if we talking with draft pieces moving, bro, like.
No, it was just free agency, but I was just saying that.
I'm more or less in my mind thinking that we're really just for the draft line.
That's what I'm thinking too. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, so I wouldn't even thought of that.
So free agency is going to be a mixture of O-line and defense for me. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to maybe have a handful of receivers coming in and out, depending if we actually go look at some receivers. Because I've heard that we might go take a look at some receivers.
Now, where is our draft pick supposed to fall?
10.
So like if we fall at 10, I can understand us getting a wide receiver or a running back.
We're not taking a wide receiver or a running back.
Nah, it's O-line. It's all O-line, bro.
We either go O-line or D-line.
Yeah, in that order.
If Abdul Carter drops,
depending on how the OC want to draw up plays, what
right.
if they? Because I knew our OC was just leaving Caleb out to dry with that motherfucking rush. I don't care how whack these guys are. This O-line is. They made it to the NFL because of what they did. They are professionals, right. And somebody could devise a goddamn scheme to get them motherfuckers a little bit more protection. Mm-hmm. But so I don't know what this coach's OC as far as how they scheme it up. Like, what if they can get way more out of what they have already, where their scheme, they look at like just one person on the O-line that they can draft right there. It'll change everything because everything else is good. So I'm still in favor of drafting O-line, but it's like I just need to see what they gonna do with it though. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
And there's a lot more than football. There's a lot more than 10 superstars out there on just like running backs and wide receivers alone. So like you kind of got to look at it like who needs what before us. So if you look at who needs what before us, and like if there's something there that we know that we could use and utilize, all right, we can snatch that up. Whether it's a great wide receiver, running back, tight end, something like that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
But you're not gonna also just go out there and be like, okay, where we can pick up a whole bunch of offensive linemen throughout the second, third, fourth round that we know that are going to be in works of progress, that are also going to be growing with him. So like,
I like that.
They're going to get used to the game, get into that speed. Like, let the old vets show them how to do it, get banged up for those years, and I mean for like the first 2 years, and then they gradually take that place. Because we need to start developing shit so that way we get consistency.
No, that's fair. I love that, actually. That's a great point. That's what the Packers do. Moving right along, man. Switching to basketball now. What are y'all thoughts on the NBA All-Star Weekend and in general, the All-Star Game format? Did you like it, or should we go back to East versus West? Who want to start? Y'all let us know how y'all feel about the All-Star Weekend too, man.
Those are horrible options because
that shit's mid, bro. That shit is mid. First of all, shout out to the goofies, Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama, the only goofies to get caught cheating in the goddamn skills set specialist shit, bro. Y'all some two goofies. Little goofy and big goofy. Sit y'all dumbass down. One man say
this shit without the sound on and shit.
Pack
like
these niggas up, nigga.
Shit. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm like, you know
goofy
what?
Shit.
They trying to cheat. I'm not thinking.
The first thing you said was them niggas trying to cheat. That's what everybody was like. Hey, and then hey, shout out to Donovan Mitchell. He was over there pointing like, hey man, you can't do that. And Donovan was like, hold on. hey, somebody. Hey, they cheating.
They want to take a shot.
He was on.
They just throwing the ball at the rim. Big Mother just throwing them and shit. Like, man, come on, man.
Hey, but that shit's weak as fuck, man. Those formats is not funny.
Actually, I thought it was kind of funny that they cheated and got caught.
I mean, that was probably the highlight of it, though. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to East West or something, man, because this shit just be goofy, man. I mean, this shit's just, it's not even fun no more.
Style, I just think there's no way you can throw a G League team in the midst of that. They should never be playing like the OGs or some shit, bro. Like, this ain't even no. But I like the idea of like I don't know if y'all ever played like a father son like tournament or
Play
like
rookie,
ever
play
heard
rookie and
of,
old
like,
school. Then if we gonna do this, play.
That's what I'm thinking.
It should be a new
school.
school versus old school.
Yeah,
This is
some
what the
shit
fuck
like
we gonna
that.
be doing.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you got to meet everybody over 38 or everybody over 35 or something like that. 32.
The old heads do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
New
just saying
school
that
versus old
that'd be the
school.
only way it would
Check
make
us out
sense to
on
be
Saturday
like
nights,
watch.
6
You know, like
p.m.
shit, the old niggas won it this year, like shit like that. Like that'd be the only way. Make Kendrick Perkins the coach or some shit.
Either you play 7 seasons and above, 7 seasons and above, and then anybody played less than 7 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be considered like
Take the top
That'd
scorers
be
of
the cutoff
those
point.
ages.
That'd be old school versus new school.
Take the top scorers of those ages and
But
throw them at it.
so you hated it
I ain't hated it. This shit just stale.
still?
I liked it. I just didn't like certain parts of it. But yeah, like it was different, man. It was cool.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. I'll go back to East versus West, to be honest, bro. Because, like, right now, everything's just becoming too much of a coach's popularity test, like situation for me. Not a test, but a popularity contest for me. Like, it's just like, bro, like, y'all got the youngest versus the old people, and, like, Steph's gonna do that to you, like especially if you're a rookie. So, like, make this shit more interesting. Like, put some money on the wood, figure this shit out, and make some actually count. Because there's no way in hell we should have watched that game without LaMelo in it and some other co-stars out there that should have been in it. Like, and then I ain't even about to. I'll go on to that when we get to it. So yeah, it's just the weird shit that's happening these years. Like, bro, there's no way of falling in love with the game right now. And seeing the All-Star games, they ain't as electrifying as they was back in the day. It's not as fun. It's not as thrilling. You don't get to see the superstars that you want to see and need to see. Like, it's
Maybe
just,
tonight a grown ass nigga, you don't know what it is. You're not a child no more watching it.
no, I'm saying even then, like, bro,
You don't know what it is. They might still like. I'm just saying, as an old nigga that
I'm
came
just
up
saying-
watching that shit, just it ain't entertaining to me.
But think about how many little kids actually really love LaMelo that missed to get to see him play. All right, there's a shitload.
Gotta do a little better, my guy.
How much better does he got to do? Like, the team losing that, but I'm doing my thing.
Hey,
It's always been like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Press
yeah,
that
shit
trade,
like that,
nigga.
consistent.
That's Larry Johnson.
No, El just got hurt.
I know. The team was still monkeys.
No, they were dogs.
When health.
That Charlotte team, that first two.
When healthy,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were good.
Niggas want coming out that motherfucker.
LeBron, how did y'all feel about that and him pulling out the All-Star game?
That nigga's a SpongeBob, dog.
That's why
This
I'm trying not
nigga-
to say that part.
This nigga came with street clothes to the picture. Well, you didn't put the jersey on or nothing, boy. You was a whole mog, LeBron. See, and this is my issue with dude, man. It's just a lack of effort, dog. And niggas will be having me trying to believe this nigga's a strong character dude and all this type of shit. Boy, I'm telling you, I fuck with LeBron, but I actually can't stand this nigga to a certain degree because he be doing faced ass shit like this and this shit don't make sense. Nigga, you could at least do the jersey and outfit on, took a picture, put the jersey and shit on, appeared, shot the ball, went and got subbed out. You didn't have to do shit else. You could at least dressed up for the people who paid $3,000 for the All-Star tickets to come see your monkey ass put up some dunks and do some shit, nigga. But nah, the typical LeBron now, nigga. Not the Cleveland LeBron, this now nigga LeBron.
Well,
this
take that
nigga
monkey ass part back, but
Nah, man, that's wild. No, this is wild though, bro.
No.
Arguably right now, LeBron is one of the faces of the league. And this is what we have to watch is the faces of the league do generational shitty shit like this. All right? At least you are getting paid millions. That's not debatable.
no,
He's getting paid millions by the NBA and the team of Los Angeles to participate in shit like this. If you're not going to do this shit, then why are you holding up this voting spot for another potential dude who could have been at this motherfucking game? You holding up a spot, but no, this is a dick. No, but this is a dick. This is a dick move. This is a dick move that only a LeBron could pull because he know he can flex. And I don't like when players do this shit because sometimes I feel like you try to act like you're bigger than the league.
He took his crown too far.
At least you could have put the jersey on, appeared, attendance, but you wanted to sit in the sidelines instead, or you want to sit in the crowd instead of on the sidelines. It was the only difference, nigga. It was the only difference. You could have put that jersey. You know how many motherfuckers used to be in the back of the day was hurt? Just at least threw on the motherfucking jersey, got there, shot the motherfucking ball, act like they want to play, and got subbed out. They got subbed out and didn't play no more that whole game, nigga.
A whole bunch of
people did that, nigga.
A whole bunch of people did that shit.
How do you feel about it?
I feel like he is sucking. He a whole dick.
He want to take back the monkey ass part, but it had a sucker in there.
Man, I was about to call his ass a giant turkey on real, but nah, man.
JT.
Bro, nah, come on now. Like, Brian, there's a whole way that you could have took this. You knew that he knew what it was about to look like.
He wanted the All-Star appearance. He just didn't want to play, nigga. That's what it looked like.
No, he knew what he.
I wanted the All-Star accolade because now I'm a 13-time All-Star, but I didn't want to play in this motherfucking game.
He wanted to be like Haslam in a sense. How they sent him off type shit.
Nobody want to be like Haslam.
Nah, I'm talking about how like they sent him off with the throne. Nigga did his little thing. Like he had a whole little farewell tour. Like LeBron, you slowly seeing your career and you know you ain't getting number 5, and you're getting mad at it. Cause if you do get number 5, you're not gonna be the star of it.
And that's why he didn't play in the All-Star game.
No, the reason why he didn't play in the All-Star game.
No, because they gonna give me number 5. I ain't gonna play in this one, nigga. Street clothes, get me ready.
No, because he doesn't see the validation in it no more. Ever since LeBron came into the league, bro, tradition went out the fucking window. Tradition is like is the reason why Jordan stayed as long as he did. Why
lighter?
Like why?
Appreciate you.
Nah, like why? All back in the day, all those people went to the colleges they went to. It was because of the tradition. They stayed 4 years, tried to get a championship. All right, now you get drafted to the NBA. All right, now you're like somebody like Robinson, Tim Duncan. You stayed with this team your whole career. You got your rings, you paid your dividends, you got your bones. As soon as LeBron came in, he's like, all right, Cleveland, peace out. I'm going to Miami.
It's not. What are you talking about? That's not how it happened.
Bro, it's kind of like that.
It's kind of not. He stayed there for 8 years, and the best they could put around him was Antoine Jameson and Larry Hughes. Stop that narrative, bro. He stayed there for 8 years.
Yeah, and there's people who stayed for their whole careers, even like Kobe. Bro,
Shaq
he
did.
became
Wilt Chamberlain did.
He became a
right?
journeyman.
Michael Jordan did it. Scottie Pippen did it. Hakeem Olajuwon did it. Patrick Ewing did it.
They were ring chasers.
What's got to do with the All-Star game?
I'm just saying. I'm just rebutting with. I just don't like that narrative.
I'm saying he took away tradition from the whole game, bro.
Nah.
Bro, he stayed there for 8 years.
It was an All-Star game because then it became this player versus this player, and it's been LeBron ever since. It's LeBron versus Giannis. LeBron versus somebody else.
Because he's the face of the NBA.
Bro, it's supposed to be East versus West. It ain't supposed to be LeBron's name on anything.
Bro, it's always been like that. When Michael Jordan played, it was Michael Jordan against Magic Johnson.
Can I do my trade myself?
Larry Bird.
Right now?
Bro, nah, man. No, those were the key players, but they weren't just the key focal points. Like, everybody was actually out there balling type shit. Now you just got motherfuckers wrapping up the score, and then a nigga that got voted in that didn't want to play and then showed up and didn't tell nobody he was gonna play. Like, bro, that's a waste of my money. Honestly, if I didn't go see.
Excellent points.
Like, if I paid money to go see LeBron and then I see this nigga in street clothes, I'm gonna be pissed off. Like, bro, if I knew you weren't gonna play, I would have came and seen something different, bro.
Or maybe you wouldn't even win. What if you like
I would have saved my money.
Went to the
I mean, that's
because there's millions
It was
of
a
people.
sucker move, man. It was a sucker
On
move.
the real.
It's crazy how
It's
you
a
there,
sucker
but you
shit.
not there.
sucker move.
It was a sucker move.
Sucker move.
Suck MC.
Sucker MC. I didn't have an issue with it. He gave us 20 All-Star games. I feel like I didn't have an issue with him not going.
Then don't go.
Right.
That's the issue I had with him. I don't have an issue with
I
him
showed
not
up,
going.
but I didn't tell
I
nobody.
had more of an issue because you're still going to be acknowledged.
Taking up a spot.
You're still going to be acknowledged as getting. That's still going to be your 21st All-Star appearance. That's still going to be on your Wikipedia page. I just have an issue with because I feel like somebody like Norman Powell, who's been in the league as long as he has. I feel like that could have been something special for him.
That's like Chris Paul and Wemby.
No, he didn't cheat to get it. He would have got it regardless.
And so if he called in,
But if
early,
he turns
he'd
it
still got
down-
the
Yeah,
appearance.
you still got voted in there.
That's what
You
you
take
still
your
got
votes
voted
in there,
in.
but you
Just
can
make
reject
Yeah,
that.
that's
next
what
person.
it's like Anthony Davis. We was like, I can't play. I'm not playing. Giannis, I'm not playing. And they replaced him.
Yeah.
You still got an appearance that year.
So he's even more of an asshole because he got the
Right,
appearance anyway,
right.
and the motherfucker just took on somebody else's spot.
Yeah.
Right, that's the issue I had with it.
That was my issue.
But me
that's the issue,
personally,
though.
him
And you
not
there,
playing,
but you're there though.
Now,
It'd be
because
different.
we wanna see
It'd be
somebody
different if
else
you
there.
wasn't there. The
Yeah.
nigga's here.
Yeah.
But think about it like this: how many
That
people
part
would have
too.
No,
actually
he right
showed
here.
up?
But he right here though.
Now, how many?
I'm
Right here with his
talking to you
goddamn son. Right here kicking it.
Now, how many people would have actually showed up if they would have knew he was not going?
Bro, listen.
Everybody.
Keep it a fucking buck.
Imagine how
Niggas, no. There was not a nigga there who was like, you know what, LeBron's not here, I'm not going. No, it was not a nigga fucking in attendance just there for fucking LeBron, nigga.
No.
Let's keep that a buck off
But we
back,
could have
nigga.
been excited for somebody else to maybe got
Nigga,
their
all
first
this is
time.
All-Star game. You've been excited for everybody that's fucking here. This is the best
Maybe
of the best
somebody else
off
would've
back,
got their
nigga.
first time.
That's what I'm thinking. Like Trey
Norman
Young.
Powell,
But was it
That
nigga
was
started?
my only fight.
That was my issue. The fact that when we took pictures, we all got the jerseys on, and you over here in fucking street clothes. This is a one of one, my nigga. I've never seen an all-star picture with a nigga with street clothes on. This blew my fucking mind. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. You don't even have time to put the fucking jersey on, nigga.
No, that's fair.
Come on, man. That's bullshit, man. You could have did better for that. And then you want to come out here and try to act like you got feelings when motherfuckers be, well, you know, man, shut the fuck up.
Was it even
man.
voted in?
That's
as
why
a
your ass
starter
not finna
as
get
well?
another ring, nigga.
Alright, so he just kept a
He just
nigga on the
showed you
bench
all that
just to
shit.
keep a nigga on the bench. He
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
be
know
like
what-
y'all down one.
I don't even know what that
I got
strategy was.
The Lakers finna
You
trade
gonna
this
stop hating
nigga.
on LeBron.
They
Lakers finna trade this nigga.
Man, they could have found somebody in the stands and been like, "You
Stop
want to play,
hating on
bro?"
LeBron,
It's
Stub.
gonna be a head
Yeah.
up trade to Phoenix for him and Durant.
Oh,
Wow.
Stop hating on
We'll
the
put in
GOAT.
Bradley Bill.
GOAT James,
They
baby.
better throw him.
Let me throw it back.
GOAT James. GOAT James. So I think it's pretty much unanimous. These brothers feel like it was kind of suck MC move, LeBron. Man, you feel a certain type of way, man. Always welcome to come on here and talk about it, man. Always welcome. Not talking sports right now, man. Get a little messy. Dank DeMoss, Detroit rapper, is suing Uber for not letting her in the car. Was he wrong for not letting her in the car? Or was she wrong? I don't know if you guys are out there seeing it. It's on YouTube. Go out there, look at the clip. This young lady called for an Uber. The gentleman told her that she was a little too big, that he wouldn't be able to fit, and he basically could just. I didn't think he was being a jerk. Y'all can look at the video yourself, but he told her, "I'm sorry," and he refunded her. I'm kind of upset that the gentleman lost his job over this. I think that kind of sucks, but now this young lady, she did pull out her phone, record, and now she's suing Uber for basically, I guess, I'm not exactly sure, embarrassment, I'm not exactly
Like
sure.
defamation.
But yeah, how do y'all feel about it? Y'all think she should have called her Uber XL or?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, dog.
Uh-oh.
Let's be reasonable.
Right.
I come up, I have a very nice, decently car and shit because, you know, there are 3 different types of Ubers you can call. There's an Uber, there's an Uber XL, and there's an Uber party thing you can get. It's a little bit bigger and stuff like this.
Yeah.
If I come in my regular, hyper fuel, whatever gas, because I'm doing this to try to save money on stuff, and there's a very, very large person trying to get my car, I know there's no way you can really physically fit my car to be safe and for us to be safe, all right? Now, upon my destination, I'm going to gauge this because I want to work for money. I don't want to turn people down. I want to give you a ride. That's my job, right? So for me to turn you down, there has to be something to this. Now, you as the person, you should know, you big as fuck, all right? We not even talking about light big. I'm talking about big as fuck, nigga. I'm talking about like you wheeze to breathe when you tie your shoes, big as fuck, nigga. So you know damn well when you calling, because I'm guarantee you the type of person that's probably going to need 2 airplane tickets. I'm just being for realsies because they do this shit. Or you have to run, you want to run first flight every time for the extra large seats. But if a plane, because if this was on a plane, this is what they would do to you. This is not a joking thing. This is real life. If you were on a plane or a train, this is the things they would tell you to get 2 seats. Now, if yourself,
I'm not there yet, but I get that extender.
But if you know you a you a 2-seat nigga, don't be calling no 1-seat Uber. You know damn well if your motherfucking shirt, if your shirt and your pants and your bras got multiple numbers and digits behind these motherfuckers like XXL, LLLL. You know damn well you should be calling everything in your life XL. Everything in your life is big.
She shouldn't even take it.
You know you calling an Uber XL. This ain't even a question, nigga.
Like, oh, I probably can't fit in that.
I don't know, nigga. I don't want to squeeze in this. This isn't comfortable for my big ass. I'm calling a van minimum.
You know what I mean?
I want to be in the XL. I want to be able to put my thick ass legs up and kick back and do something. This my be cramped.
See, my niggas big.
Come on, dog. Come on. You know you bogus for this, shorty. You know you a 2-seater. You know you a 2-seater though. You trying to hop in this motherfucker, make it difficult for all of us. I'm the driver. I'm on the goddamn wheel. I'm on the wheel talking about you comfortable back there type shit. My chest up here and shit. Come on, now. You know damn well what it is. Everything in your life is XL. Why you trying to slim down now?
If your pants read like a Jordan,
nigga.
whatever.
X's and L's and V's and deuces and shit on this motherfucker. It look like Roman glyphics about this motherfucking long, nigga. Come on, dog. Dog, if your bra is past the motherfucking 4 letters, how about that? How about we go there? If it's past 4 letters, if you in the F's and G's, nigga, you know goddamn well you not squeezing in the back of this little ass car, nigga. You not hopping in my Benz, my Audi, my goddamn Lexus. Hell, get your big ass.
Too little.
Nigga.
If when you jump in an SUV, a big ass truck,
And that bitch dimp.
and your ass barely fit, and you fit in that bitch like you in the back of a cop car, then guess what? Your ass should not be jumping in no little ass compact.
I get what they doing, but at the same time, you gotta know when you pushing the limit a little bit. I get.
How you feel about it? So was she wrong or was he wrong or she wrong?
She knew she was wrong, man.
You know when that cop
Bro,
pulled
that
up, she knew she was wrong.
No, she looked
I would've
at that
kept going.
motherfucker like it was a talking
I
truck.
would have kept going. I would have pulled up. I like, all right, I skeeted off. I wouldn't have had nothing to
Crack
say.
the window this much. Nah, this ain't gonna work.
No, I wouldn't even stop. I would have kept it on. No. And he was like, man, somebody just drove by saying no. It was me, nigga. I canceled the order myself, nigga. No, I'm not getting out to be filmed or nothing, dog. I'm just riding.
She bogus.
She bogus, man. She knew what she was doing.
She bogus.
She bogus as hell. She was looking at that motherfucker like, I can fit back there. It's like a go-kart. Come on, let's go. Nah, she was about to wear that motherfucker and be a Decepticon like a motherfucker.
Listen.
Kick the whole driver out the car.
I wear
Like,
size
I'm trying to be
13.
nice.
That's like me trying to squeeze my foot into an 8. I know this ain't gonna happen, and I'm not gonna try it. And that's what exactly
Was
she
in
should
a
do.
rush? Like why
Not
does she
at
have to
all.
get? Why did she just call it the big one? Like oh my bad, I'm gonna call it the big one. Why she even started engaging in this conversation? We need to know the
Now your ass got
context of the
offended.
conversation, 'cause
Alright.
This is weird.
If you're a car person and you know what a Scion Active B look like, now imagine Shaq trying to get into that. Perfect example.
Yeah, man. Me and my homies big. We ain't motherfucking trying to grab the Civic, the Hyundai Civic Uber and shit.
And they tell you what
What?
car is pulling up
You know what I'm
upon
saying?
your Uber and Lyft
Like, for
order.
real.
Right, and she's
And
looking
And
at
she
this
looked
like, I
at
can
this
do it.
motherfucking photo Lexus and was like, hell yeah,
No.
this the one.
No.
Oh, hell no, you not finna have my motherfucking rims touching the whales and shit like, yeah. Every time we go over a high point, I ain't trying to hear
They
that.
just told me I need new sway balls.
Shorty, you
So
know,
now
hey,
you getting in
you
to
know you
fuck
could
up
have
my
got
sway
Buddy.
balls.
You know you could have got Buddy with the big truck.
I think
I
it
don't
was
even know
the
why
Kia,
you out
You know
here
what I'm
doing it.
saying?
I think it was the little box Kia, bro. It looked like a little Scion
If
XB.
I'm her waiting for
Bro,
the
she was
Tahoe,
wrong as hell.
Gonna be
That
me up in the
motherfucker big,
Tahoe.
Joe.
No, I was trying to see.
How
They
big
said-
she was?
No, the car.
The car ain't that big.
It was a Mercedes.
Mercedes-Benz, nigga.
Mercedes.
sedan.
Nigga, yeah, it's a photo Benz.
Oh, dog, that motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell you, you not.
Like,
That
what-
just looked like a
what
Kia to
size,
me.
though?
Listen.
Because if it
No,
was
no,
a
bro,
600,
listen, no.
nigga.
Listen.
I mean, because I don't think she can fit in the 600. I seen the video. But if you talking about, I had a Benz before. I had the 320. Shit, and I definitely had that little bullshit ass 230. It was a 230. I had that little,
Yeah.
that little motherfucker, so
Full
motherfucking
cylinder.
little. Nigga, I'm in
That
a, I'm
nigga's-
6'4", my nigga. I'm in
This
the
nigga-
back seat driving this motherfucking the Benz 240.
Sitting
You
straight
can't
up like
tell
this.
me she finna fit in this motherfucker. I'm just saying. I barely fit in that motherfucker. That car's a one-seater.
And
And
I know
it was a
measurements.
photo. It was a photo one-seater. I promise you God, the Benz 230. On the real, I had the 320.
And with-
That bitch still ain't gonna work. You ain't finna get no
Hey.
no.
This
Hey,
nigga was sitting in the back.
With
seat.
that,
I seen the video.
with that, man, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that, man. And this ain't about fat shaming or anything.
Not at all.
Oh, no.
anything
Not at all.
Like that.
Not at all.
It's just simply just being real. Hendo made a great point. I didn't think about when you do get an Uber, it shows you what vehicle is coming.
That's the.
So I mean, I personally feel like she did a lot of this for clout, especially to pull out your phone. I know it could have been definitely embarrassing. I overstand that, but I think you have to be realistic with yourself. And I'm a big dude. I get that, but at some point, man, like when you're that morbidly obese, like at some point, man, it's just not healthy. Like it's just not, and you
Right.
got to be realistic with yourself. But hey, man. I hope it work out for everybody, but I definitely hope that brother get his job back, man,
For
and get a
real.
raise, man.
Word,
Man,
man.
He ain't doing
that's-
trying to do
that-
no
that's-
Girl
Nah,
finna get
no.
that money and then
Oh,
she
no.
gonna become skinny.
I want you to think about this.
I
Man,
hope so. I hope so.
you know how it goes.
Hope she get that money and bring it back.
That's how it works.
Some, too.
That's how that shit work.
Cause
But,
nigga, if I look at a car, nigga, I'm 6 foot and I weigh 270.
I'm trying to
Nigga,
tell you,
I
man, niggas is
am not going.
I'm trying to tell you,
There's
man,
just
niggas
cars
is
I
not
know
as
I'm
cool.
not gonna go in.
Man, nah, we too
Hey,
big.
we
Man.
got a
Catch you
new
in the city.
segment, man. We got a new segment to the show, a Cool's Corner, man. This brother gonna tell us a new movie or anime to check out this week, man. A Cool's Corner, man. A cool. What we got, man, this week?
You ain't never hit you with that cool stuff. It's so west
He gave
side.
you that 1979 porno music.
Man,
That's
What we
so
got
west
this
side.
week?
shoot, this week I was actually about to do a little follow up, but like things got a little weird in one of the things I was watching, so it's just like nah. So
Shit
like
turned into something else, huh?
not like that type of weird. It's just like the more you watch like One Piece, because like dog, this motherfucker watching One Piece is a fucking journey, dog.
You gotta tell them.
Dog, if you watch One Piece, if you're a fan of One Piece, like it's a journey. So like dog, I watched the movie and found out like one of the main characters had a daughter that nobody knew about, and like little shorty could sing, and she became famous, but her like devil fruit power was for like her voice to take over like the surrounding area. So like if she's singing and she feels sad, you're about to feel depressed. If she's happy, y'all about to be
Oh, that can
juking and
fuck up whole
jiving
cities.
all night.
Yeah, that can fuck
Bro.
up whole cities. You mean to tell me you can piss off a whole town at once?
At once.
Yeah. That
Just
ain't
off the
good.
thought.
Yeah, that ain't good.
And like, bro,
That power in the wrong hands is
Bro.
horrible.
so just
Somebody that's
imagine
mad all the time.
so just
Oh my
imagine your dad saying, I will never leave you ever in life, and then leaving you 2 days after saying that. And you're 7 years old. And by the time you see him,
Oh, that's
you're
bullshit.
17 years old. And you got this type of pull. but he forgets your name, but he doesn't forget your face. So he had to, like, she used to be like an underground radio person. So nobody's never seen her face until this point in time. And just so happened, dog happens to come to the island. Pissed her smooth the fuck off. Dog. Now, she ran into the main guy who is Monkey D. Luffy. And, like, dog gave her a hug. She got happy, got everybody juking, got the party rocking. She got motherfuckers stop fighting. She's like, I don't care if you're pirate or government. Like, y'all niggas about to rock with me tonight. Alright. Bam. Seen her dad. All hell broke loose.
And what's the name of this again?
One Piece Red.
One Piece Red. Where can they find this?
You can find this on Netflix.
One Piece Red. Okay, man. Check that out, man. That sounds super, super interesting. I've actually watched the one season of One Piece. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not the one you talked about, but the live action show. And I actually liked it, man. Me being a Marvel person, so I'm not big into anime, but that actually live action was pretty dope, man. So y'all check that out, man. One Piece Red, and that was a Cool's Corner, man. Now, moving right along, man. First segment of the day. The NBA popularity is down. Who deserves the bulk of that blame? LeBron James and his super team building, or Steph Curry and his 3-point shooting from deep? An NBA player shooting so many threes now.
Both of them.
Both of them is a mix.
Okay.
Both of them. Straight up.
They took traditional way and gave people the green light to shoot. Like, I understand you pulling from damn near logo, like, at desperation time, not just because you can. You feel me? Like, I understand you feel like it's a high percentage shot for you. Like, you might hit this shit.
That's what they say. It's
like,
just all about
but if you're hitting that shot and the game's still close in the first fucking place, why are you taking that shot?
We were done. We were done. The second Rick Carlisle in Dallas was the coach. It had to tell the media, the fucking media, that it made more sense analytically for Porzingis to shoot these threes than to take twos. Right. We were done. I heard it on the radio. I'm listening to Sports Talk Radio on the radio and shit too. I heard on the radio, this back when Jason Kidd was the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. This is how long I be listening to shit. Yeah. They was talking about how them niggas would not take threes. You know what I'm saying? And all these other teams are taking threes. They started doing the fucking numbers on every extra point. The analytics have fucked this game up, especially with taking threes. I was watching games today. I was watching the Bulls play at 14. That was the first game of the day. Yep. I be watching them on games like today, and it's like one game on at a time type shit. Spurs. I actually be watching all this shit. The Bulls just playing, no, not Spurs, Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? I just watch 5 motherfuckers come down back to back, just throwing up bullshit out the motherfucker. And these niggas that can shoot, I get it. Devin Booker, Kobe White, some of these niggas with some of the niggas shooting shit too. But the whole thing is, there was no organization in none of this. You didn't come down, start an offense, run a play. You came down and boozed up some threes. They all missed in a row. But you know, I'm just saying though, like, the whole idea of shooting this many threes is goddamn ridiculous. And the motherfuckers that can do it well, still is streaky. The Boston Celtics can be got. They do it like the best. Every position, they can do every position so they can spread. They can play 5 out if they want. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, but same point in time, they can be got.
They like the Eagles. They just got better dudes.
Yeah. They got a lot of hype and shit too, but motherfuckers can fucking bit, man. We gonna have to see it. But definitely. But I'm gonna tell you this though too. On the flip side,
they play D too.
Because it's not a double-headed coin. It's a flip side to the coin. Goddamn, the flip side is I have a homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy White Mike. This nigga told me this a long ass. He was the first motherfucker I ever heard say this. He said, "Oh man, you watch that shit in the playoffs, man." You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, the regular season basically don't count like that. We actually had this conversation years ago, and I mentioned that because this is the way motherfuckers felt. So if we want to talk about who ruined the NBA, you know what I'm saying, we can talk about the 3-point shooting and shit too, and how the product is a little, you know, whatever words you want to use that doesn't offend you. And motherfucking We can talk about the super team shit too, of this age, because there's always been teams that had a whole bunch of talent and shit that won. But the LeBron day and age of the super team type of shit, the way they move with the player empowerment, you know what I'm saying, type of movement to go along with it, you know what I'm saying. I feel like maybe that, you know what I'm saying, had a little something to do with it too, because it was dudes that was saying, we know who's gonna win, we just gonna watch in the playoff. We ain't watch. They forewent the regular season, like they didn't have to watch the games.
Right.
And this is what we talking about as far as the fans actually watching the games all the time. Motherfuckers have been not watching most of these games. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a privilege to see these games.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we wasn't seeing, you know what I mean?
We
Like
had
when
to
I
read
was
the
coming up as a
newspaper.
kid, you could only see the motherfucking Bulls
Box
game.
score.
You wasn't about to see no other team play except the Bulls.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like a Sunday
scenes.
game or something with the,
Unless you
with
see
the
cut
playoffs
scenes
and
and they
shit.
show you
Yeah.
the highlights.
And then you would see playoff games and shit. With
And
the
then we
niggas
got
on, you know what I mean?
ESPN.
But like, nah, bro. Like, so, you know, we get to see everybody every night. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers, you know, they've, I feel like the allure is gone because you don't see everybody. When you don't see something all the time, you make more of it. When you see it all the time, you take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? You see it, you're like, oh, this is just this, they just doing, you know what I mean? But, because there's a little bit of both going on. The product is lessening, but also the attention is also lessening because these motherfuckers still hooping. I be watching these games. These niggas are goddamn amazing. Because if anybody can just run up and down the floor that many goddamn times, nigga, the amount of shape that they in is, you know what I'm saying, more than, you know what I'm saying, the average human being. So, like, I be in awe watching these motherfuckers do what they do. The product ain't
But
top
you also
tier.
got to think about it is like also the generation that's coming up behind us. Like, bro, we're losing sneakerheads. We're losing like sports enthusiasts all around. Like, we're just losing the trends that we used to have. Like, bro, we seen the internet and we were before the internet. So like, bro, like we were before all this social media stuff even happened. So like us getting to see a game, we feel like it's a privilege. We feel like the younger generation's taking advantage of this privilege.
That's a good point.
So like there's the decline right there because like, bro, like, all right, we can go to a game or watch TV to watch these games. So like that dad taking me to the first game type situation, like it's gonna be cool to be in the stadium for the first time, but we watch this all the time on TV, bro.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
like, bro, there's nothing like, oh, I woke up late or I fell asleep early and I missed the game type shit.
Yeah, you and them
Don't
games back in the day.
like, bro,
Yeah.
like you remember going to the VCR and recording the shit on TV,
Hell yeah, old man having
or having somebody record it for you type shit. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like
Like pause on commercial
like,
time and shit.
we're losing all the
Fucking
tradition.
psycho.
Like the tradition is leaving from sports, and it's also leaving from like just the love of just going out and being active. Like, don't get me wrong, these guys are doing 1 in a million stuff. Like we're watching, like we're catching it live, recorded live, getting everything HD. But you don't gotta be there to experience it.
Right.
So like that's how most motherfuckers
Experience
feel.
at the crib is better than me.
Right.
I'm in head motherfucker.
Right.
My grown up.
But not too many people got the time. It's just like the generations is different. It's different because like, bro, going back and catching the game, catching the players like Jordan and them actually playing, catching a Kobe play, catching a Tim Duncan play is a little bit different. But seeing these guys up and coming, like, bro, it's just gonna feel like a whole bunch of contracts. Like, you don't have a really, like, most people don't have a favorite team no more. They got a favorite player. And then their team is based on whatever team that player plays for.
No, that's fair. I like that. How you feel, Hendo? Who you think more to blame, LeBron or Steph, for the way the NBA is right now?
It's probably gonna be Steph, man. As far as people want to sit here and talk about LeBron and that super team shit, that's just been going on for fucking ages, man. The super team shit been going on since
Larry
fucking.
Bird had Bill Walker.
Right, man. Come on, man.
Coming
That
on
you know that that's
I know he wasn't the same Bill Walker.
everybody goes to assemble a
Johnson.
super team if they
Dennis
got
Johnson
the
was the
attitude.
MVP.
If you got the money and you got the capital to do it and you got the spots to fill, it makes sense to build whatever team that is suited
Red
to your team.
Auerbach is the goddamn engineer.
So with that being said though, with all that stuff, it had to be the expansion of stuff and doing. It's not the fact of the 3-ball, it's the abundance of the shot of the 3-ball. When we go from putting up 12 to 18 3-point shots per game to putting up over 58 shots, damn near 60 3-point shot attempts, that means guys aren't really coming down the court. They're not really setting up an offense. They're not running a lot of things. They're not taking a lot of time off the clock. And basically what you're doing is this is the endurance factor. This is what we always talk about, this being a young man's game. These guys is running down. They're taking up to 8 seconds off a 24 shot clock. They're coming down, making one, if that pass. They're getting to it quick, putting up a 3, running back down the court, trying to get in transition for a 3, get the look, shoot it up again. This might go. If not, rebound. Come down in transition, look for what I just described right there is up to 10 shot attempts, and we're really just talking about to a 3-9 game.
What I know about playing basketball too is that fast break shit is easier to play. You know what's hard to play? You know it takes more energy to play?
Defense and running offense.
It's coming down here even on offense, setting up some shit, and now you need to start running around down here on this side of the court, you know what I'm saying, just for a make or a miss.
Right. But
and they have to run back down here, and they do the same thing. But when you play the right way, you know what I'm saying, you know when to take breaks. Sometimes you can just jog down the court.
But the opposite of that, though, is it looks good during regular season. But you do not see playoff games ran. You do not see playoff games ran like that, which makes me want to tell you that when people actually know that it's on the line and shit's counting, they don't run the run and gun. They actually run offenses. And offenses that still run like that though, they get out early in the playoffs. We always see this. All those young teams that always use that the running gun system, they're out early in the playoffs. If they make it to the playoffs, they're out early. All that system type shit runs out early.
Offense they used to run. Like niggas need different strategies and more backdoor cuts and shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
And you see that, but it's crazy that you see, but you see those plays during the
smart
playoffs
guys can call out your shit. Hey man, hold on the screen, man. Guys like LeBron out here, man, that shit crazy.
So you say everybody pretty much in agreement. LeBron and Steph.
Yeah, it's both of them.
You say more Steph.
It's Steph, man. Everybody wants to come and shoot threes now. There's no offense to the game. That LeBron, you can sit here and talk about, but LeBron runs plays. He don't just jag up no fucking threes and shit. The abundance of threes. The abundance of threes. Abundance.
LeBron James.
We see this man pull from the logo how many times?
I'm not saying he don't, but okay, what I'm telling you
is Steph. That's what I'm saying.
My answer is Steph. So you say Steph.
My LeBron answer was because
but LeBron also adopted it.
That wasn't mine. I was just saying this.
LeBron also adopted.
It doesn't matter what you're adopting. Listen what you're saying right now.
He also
listen what you're saying because you're debunking what you're saying already. If LeBron adopted it, who the fuck did he get it from?
I'm saying
if I'm getting a bad habit from you, who am I pulling it from?
Right.
So it has to be Steph.
Yeah, but you're also
you adapt to the game that applies, nigga. The winning factor. Of course you're going to add this to it. That's part of people's game now. That's the problem. It don't matter what you're the face of. It don't. You can bring that aspect, but if I'm pulling in habits of shooting threes, nigga, I'm adopting it from somebody else. It doesn't matter the face of it or nothing. It's what he's doing, nigga.
But who has the bigger fan base?
It don't matter who got the bigger fan base. That has nothing to do with shit.
Yes,
that has nothing. What the fuck does a fan base got to do with it? You shooting threes and I'm shooting threes, nigga.
Because how many more people see?
Bro, what the fuck does that
that mean?
Because how many
I'm
more
doing
people
it because
see you shooting
But
threes?
no,
than them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both got a big fan base.
I'm
but-
shooting threes because I want to shoot threes like you, nigga. So I'm adapting your style, and this is an addictive shit. So I'm
But-
taking the hazardous shit that's making the
hold on.
league poisonous.
But
You want to say
that's-
Steph, nigga?
but-
Come on, man. This don't
but
make
has
no
LeBron
fucking
also-
sense.
That's Steph's stick.
Okay.
That's Steph's stick. He shoots the three.
Right, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
So you say both.
I say both still.
Still say both. Steph,
That's
hey.
Steph.
No, I'm
man.
going with Steph, man.
Okay.
Motherfucker,
Steph
what's
all
the
day,
name?
man.
No. The answer is both because of what other people think, though. I just think. that
Actually,
it's Steph.
I gotta blame.
But
I gotta blame
motherfuckers
Steve
told me
Kerr.
they stopped
Fuck
watching
that.
shit, bro, like a long time ago. I'm not watching the regular season.
Can I blame Steve Kerr?
And that's LeBron fault.
Niggas been like
When you
that
stack
though.
teams
Niggas
like
been
that.
like that though, B.I. It just
Because-
didn't start then.
Wait,
Shit was
wait.
like that in the 80s.
No.
Yeah.
We gotta blame Steve
But
Kerr
the-
because
but
he
those-
allowed
some of
the
those teams
shit.
are losing.
Allow what?
Like the
He
Lakers
allowed
had a
Steph
stack
to
team,
shoot like
Celtics
that.
had a stack team,
No,
but
what
they
are
was
you
losing
talking
to each
about,
other in the other
That don't
team.
make-
You
that
know
don't
what I'm
make-
saying? Still.
That,
He gave him the green light to shoot like
okay,
that. Go ahead.
Let me
It's
explain.
still the same way.
Let me give
He-
because I'll let
Because that
You know how many
I'll let
coaches
you
back in the
out.
day would have shut your
No, but
ass
listen,
down
but-
for shooting for
but listen
like
but,
that for
but,
no reason from that deep?
right, bro.
Yeah,
But
man.
listen.
Yeah.
I personally, this is what I personally agree. Right, I don't think it's necessarily either of their fault.
Right.
Steph Curry, what you're saying is you blame Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
No.
I got.
No.
If your coach lets you
Let-
shoot
let-
like that,
Right, fam.
right? If your coach lets you shoot like that, and then you
I know, fam, I know what you're finna say, but that doesn't make any sense
how
because he has 4 rings. The problem
Yeah.
is no, bro.
they all got 4 rings if you really think about it. Because guess what? I drew to your strengths. I can see that you're gonna shoot from this far. All right, I'm gonna let you shoot XYZ amount of shots. All right, if you go 3 for 4, or 3 for 5, all right, you can consistently shoot these during your games. Once you start feeling a slump, all right, hit these corners. Versus shooting
I'm
from
not-
deep.
Okay, that still doesn't make any
Like he
sense.
started drawing up plays
That
for
doesn't-
when he's
but-
in a slump from shooting from
but-
the top of
but-
the key that deep.
But still, you're not.
They
They say you gotta guard Steph Curry as
yeah,
soon as he comes past the half court,
But
right?
fam, you're not picking up what I'm putting down.
Right.
That would make sense
Right.
if that style of play didn't win. They won with that style of play.
Right. They won with that style of
But
play.
listen, they won with that style of play.
Right.
4 fucking rings.
I'm
They
not,
won with
I'm
that
not,
style of
I'm
play.
not disputing that.
This is what I'm saying. I don't have an issue with that because they won like that.
Right.
The issue isn't Steph's fault. The issue is the other league not realizing they don't have a Steph Curry on their team.
That's the problem. Everybody trying
That's
to do
the
what that
fucking
number nine
problem.
doing.
Right.
It's not
They're
Steph's
wrong
fault.
in shooting. Everybody
It's
else is shooting
everybody.
goddamn ball like
It's
they Steph.
not. Check
Y'all
this out.
ain't
Guess
Steph.
what? Listen, hear me out. Kevin Durant is probably a better 3-point shooter than 90% of the league. But guess what? You have motherfuckers like Wemby, who's 7'4", who's taking 9 threes a game.
9 threes a game.
That's not Steph's fault.
He taking 9
The
threes a
problem
game.
is that Steph was so fucking good at shooting from deep and so fucking successful at doing it that the rest of the league is a copycat league. To where they're
You
like,
gotta-
you want to know what?
you gotta match
We
you.
need to match
Shot
that.
attempt for
I
shot
can't.
attempt.
I can't blame
A missed
Steph for that.
3 is better than a made 2 sometimes
But
in their mind.
exactly.
And that's what analytics get fucked
That's
up.
what analytics. And
Because
then
how
with,
the fuck is that even a
and
thing?
then with LeBron,
Because when you
It's
shoot
always been
good
super
and
team.
do this,
Right.
that's what they start
I-
studying and shit. That's why it's his
You
fault.
gonna hit the
Super
next
Team
3,
later
and
in
then that's
their
an extra
careers.
1.
I-
Then the
we'll
2
go
you
with-
made, because the next time you come down, you done missed that. So now you got the extra 1 point. Now I
Exactly.
see what they thinking.
exactly.
It's
But
stupid.
like
But
I
They're
said,
not playing the game in
But-
the motion of the flow like that,
Right.
man. You come down here and dunk on a nigga, that shit like worth 5 fucking points sometimes.
But when did that actually really start taking place, though?
But that-
because back in
but
the
that's-
day, it was never like that. It was come across
But-
half court,
but-
set up the play, we about
but-
to feed
but-
the ball X, Y, Z.
but
we know
still-
who the best player
But
is.
that's you can't blame Steph Curry because other coaches are letting their players shoot 9 times a game.
Word.
Not, but
That's not a step. You can't say
they tried
dog.
they tried to adopt
But
that
that- but
style.
But that's not
their
Steph's fault. You can't
No.
blame Steph for that.
No,
That's all
no.
I'm saying.
No,
If-
I'm
if
blaming
I'm-
him for having success for it. So now
that don't make no
motherfuckers,
sense.
he made motherfuckers
That
want to
don't-
copycat something. If you see somebody could do something like that, I should be able to build something similar to that.
I feel
That's
like
exactly.
you're build, I feel
With
like
your
you're building
logic.
a case
That
to
means-
go against stuff.
Dog.
You're saying his
Dog.
influence is so dope.
No,
So
He
listen.
fucked it up.
So listen, let me tell
I mean,
you.
that's the way I
Let
So
me-
now
let
everybody
me tell
looks
you-
for stuff.
Let me
Right.
tell you what I
Vernacular.
hear. What you're saying. What you're saying is that after the first 2 rings of me shooting like this and having this system, because I'm so fucking good at it and I'm so fucking successful at it, and other teams are trying to shoot like the way I'm shooting, I'm just gonna start taking it to the rack.
No, not so
No.
good at it. The best of all time at it.
No.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying,
That
I'm
just
the best
like
of
that
all
just don't.
time
It's
at
not.
it.
No,
I
I'm
just
saying,
don't
like,
see
That's
that
like
as
a
his
whole
fault.
another level of shit.
Yeah.
Because some other niggas can be kind of good. and shit.
no, because you got to
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it. All these people used to be able to like shoot in college, high school, all that shit. So now, like they're showing like you can actually adapt this and make it win in the NBA.
Right, but that's
so
not
like
their fault though.
like
That formula.
it was dangerous, especially once they started getting all the right pieces to fall in
But
place.
What every
That's not
basketball
their
player
fault,
knows
though.
is that a jump shot is some streaky shit.
Right,
To depend on a jump
But
shot to
when
win a championship
but when
is.
when
I
did
mean,
analytics
you have to
really
like
start
damn
coming
near
into
be like
place?
you have to be like all time great. You gotta be like the Splash Brothers to
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
to
it-
win
it
the
took a
whole
whole-
thing.
Right, it took the whole.
year
It's the whole
long and
team.
whatever.
Like, guess
All
what?
Jump shots.
Steph
that shit's
Curry,
too streaky.
Uh,
To do that, the percentages you playing is like saying that we better than normal because like normal is like
Thank you.
less than 50%.
Chicago,
which is
perfect
still them
example.
because they 40%.
They shoot the second most threes in the league, and look where we at in the ranking.
Exactly. Where we at with that?
So, but hey, moving right along, I like that. I like that. I like that. With great players like Bron and Steph only getting older, we talking about the All-Star game. Eventually, some of those spots will start to open up. Name 3 NBA players. We're getting late. We're getting late.
Michael
in the
Jordan.
day.
My
Name
bad.
3 NBA players that will make their first All-Star
Dominique Wilkins.
appearance next year. I'll start out. Number 3 for me, Chet Holmgren. As long as he stay healthy, I think Chet will make his first appearance. And OKC is typical, probably still be at the top of the league as far as winning. So I got Chet. Stubbs, who you got?
I got Jalen Green.
I like
God
that.
damn, he took another one.
I like that. I like that. Who you got, Hendo?
Cade Cunningham.
Made it this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought I'm gonna go Chet then.
Chet?
Yeah,
I like
this
that.
is my second.
Nigga, Chet, I'm going to Chet too.
He going Chet too. He going Chet too.
Billy
going
said
Chet.
Chet too. We going Chet too at number 3. At number 2, I actually went with Jalen Green, Houston Rockets. 2 guard.
Exactly. We've been out of the
I
same
like that.
niggas.
I like Jalen Green. I think he'll make his first All-Star game next year.
Bull.
Stubbs, so you got number 2.
Pablo Bencaro.
Oh, made it.
He made it.
Yeah, you
Made it. Made it
that.
2-time All-Star.
Oh damn. Then LaMelo.
Made it.
Damn it.
LaMelo?
these niggas.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn.
These niggas.
Oh, I'm bad at this.
is a loaded
Oh
question.
shit. Give me Trey.
Trey.
What?
Trey Young. Oh, he made. Goddamn. He just didn't make it this year. My bad.
Nigga, homework. Do your homework.
Man.
He just nutmegged the shit out of motherfuckers.
He said he just nutmegged it.
Nutmegged the shit out of Steph
He
Curry.
said he
We
nutmegged
gonna
it.
come
He
back to
nutmegged
you.
it.
At number 2, Hendo.
I'm gonna keep the buck with you, Kobe White.
Oh,
I
see,
thought about
I wanted
that.
to. I thought
I
about it.
thought about
I
that.
thought about it. I wanted to.
I really thought
It
about
ain't gonna
that.
happen.
But then I thought about, I don't think our record gonna be good enough.
No, but if it depends on how his play is and what he works with right now.
A factor for All-Star.
If you get a reserve spot.
You know what I'm saying? But
It
his numbers
depends.
will have to be.
It depends
where
on what
he
the
can
numbers
be.
look like.
Yeah,
It
I don't
really
think- I don't
depends,
so.
and I think
I think he's just outside of that. He's worthy of a mention.
I think with some
Next year,
guys being
but
gone,
like-
with both Zach and DeMar being gone, I think this is where he kind of steps up into that role. This is where I'm hoping.
Him and Buzelis.
That, you know, that's exactly. So
Him,
that's why I can see him take.
Uzell is nice.
Motherfucking Lonzo, man, running that point, man.
I really do want to see Buzelis, our rookie for the Bulls. I
Yeah.
want to see him. He'd be nice.
He was killing it.
Yeah.
He started out 4
He'd be
had
nice.
10 points. Man,
He
he
nice.
started out killing.
He's
He
nice.
nice.
That's
I think they want to build around him and Giddy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Number one player who I think will make an All-Star appearance next year, makes his first All-Star appearance, Jalen Johnson, Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, okay.
Because they got rid of DeAndre Hunter. I think they expect Jalen Johnson to do a little bit more, and he is phenomenal. I like Jalen Johnson. I think he'll make his first All-Star appearance. He might not get in straight out, but definitely in a reserve role. I could definitely see him and Trae Young getting in there.
I say my number one is gonna be another rookie. It's gonna be Connect. Like once once he gets away from like LeBron, like once they figure out where he goes.
He's at least a couple years out.
I'm saying like once if he gets away from like a LeBron situation, like if he can get to a team where like he actually gets a chance to play, because like he showed he balled out in the summer league, did he not? For their team,
like 26 again.
Like
so did Jeremy Lin.
Bro.
You
Just
wild
watch.
and stuff.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Watch.
You wildin', dog.
Yeah, you wild.
I promise you I'm not.
Wildin'.
I promise you I'm not.
And I tried to rock with you for a hot second.
Look at motherfucking what's his name?
9 points and 3 rebounds.
No, I'm talking about we drafted him. What the fuck was his name? The white boy. Marketing. Look at Laurie Marketing. It took for later in his career for him to become an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he different.
Laurie Marketing is 6'10".
Exactly. He a 3 playing a 4, which makes him a unicorn.
Don Connect is a 6'6".
And
spot up shooter.
Yeah. Well, he can do more than that.
He could be more than that.
He's more than just a spot up shooter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, give him a chance. Like, bro.
But
give him a chance.
He's not 26 a game on any team.
He can
finish. No team is going to give him that many shots a game.
Yeah,
you know what?
Like I said, I didn't say by next year. I'm saying it could be a few years down the road. Yeah, I would like to see him to become one.
That's what we talking about.
He had to go to the right weak team to get that many shots. Like if he went to like a Washington Wizards, they spreading the shots out, whatever. He ain't gonna get that up. If he go to the right weak ass team where they got some structure where he can get those shots. Like say if he went to Detroit Pistons, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he'll earn those shots after a while. He can get them up, but I still feel like he'll
or another rebuild team like Washington.
I feel like he'll average 23 at the most. I don't think he's an all-star.
Like he could go to
outside of what
he could go over to Washington and do some different.
I don't see it. They pass the ball.
Who do they get over there? Other like
they don't know what they doing.
My point exactly. All you gotta do is go over there and play well.
You gotta do, but these niggas don't.
Is he playing?
He go over there and play well.
I haven't seen yet.
They got Chris Middleton, the dude from Milwaukee, who won the championship with Golden State, the point guard. Got stolen on by Draymond Green.
Cool.
So who's your number one player to make it?
LaMelo was my number one player, but I ain't say Jalen Green was my second one.
LaMelo had already made it.
LaMelo made it already.
Did he?
Yes.
They said that to me too.
LaMelo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
They complaining because he got snubbed this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my dad too.
Green. Shit, I need to think about this for a second. Shit, I didn't know shit.
And though you got number one.
Zach Edey.
I thought about Edey.
No, because I can see he's not having a bad rookie year, and I can see him getting better in the offseason, coming back next year and being up there too.
I can see Memphis having a good record too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Zach Edey, they're on the come up. And when you talk about real centers and shit, there's not too many centers that's doing what Edey's doing and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's actually being productive. He's young. I mean, you think of like Rudy G. I mean, he didn't. I don't think he made it this year. You know what I'm saying? But Zach's on the come up.
I like that. Who did you have, Stub? Did you have anybody?
That's what I just said, mine.
You said Dog Connect, but we were talking about for next year. You think it'll be All-Star next year?
Next year. Nah, I had to go with Zach Edey then too.
Zach Edey. Who did you say was your number one?
I had Jalen Green, and I was thinking about
He's gonna get
I
more
was
shots.
off one. I ain't know LaMelo made that shit, man. To be honest,
Yeah.
on the real shit, I'm actually at a loss right now.
Right.
To be honest, shit. Maybe what's the name can step his shit up in Cleveland? That point guard with the dreads. You know what I'm saying?
2 times.
Garland?
2 times.
Garland, yeah.
2-time All-Star.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garland's been there already.
He made it this year.
Yeah.
And I want to not actually the year before.
It was the year before.
Wow.
Donovan was on another team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was deserving.
He was.
Who all was in the East?
Everybody getting there this year, man. It's just-
Yeah, he
One
got-
of the years
he
Jimmy
had got-
Butler
he
wasn't
had
playing
got
hard
over
during
Trey.
the year. Jimmy didn't deserve it during the year.
Yeah, he had
He
got
like
over
ready for
Trey.
the playoff. Nigga, that shit crazy.
But he got over Trey.
Shit, let's go with
Malik
Kobe
Monk?
White, man. Shit, fuck that, man. Let's go with the home
What about
team.
Malik
guys.
That's what I said. I said
You
go.
know what I'm saying? Let's go with
It's
the home
possible.
team then.
Because
Yeah,
Malik Monk give you 18, at least.
He coming off the bench.
Shit, Terrence Mann, do that.
Hey, he balling.
I'd rather see Terrence Mann there, to be honest with you.
I
But I don't think it's going to step up because it's hard at that guard position with them over there and how they run their ball.
That's gonna be tough.
They want to trade that nigga.
That's gonna be tough in that guard spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at Harden.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Ja Morant.
And, you know, he was on the come up. He arguably almost made it one
If
year.
Jamal Murray has a good start to the season, he can be
Yeah.
an All-Star.
Kyrie.
That's who I thought about. I thought about Edie and I thought about Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
Because I think Jamal Murray never.
But see, the
been
thing
a
about
Murray.
the thing about Jamal though, is
Maybe
He
one.
turned it on.
no, he got
though.
one. But see,
Yeah, he
the
got
only thing
one,
about
I
him is he normally be hurt and be in and out from
Yeah.
season. Because you
And
remember
like
one
he
year,
started off this year whack and he was kind of whack last
Right.
year, but he still hit them big shots.
But he
against
was
the
coming off an
Lakers
injury,
playoff.
though. That's why
right
he was
now,
whack.
like the last month though, he been turning it on.
right?
bro.
But he coming up off injury.
And Westbrook was out right now. Westbrook just not coming back, but yeah.
Everybody's starting to come back, but they had planned for his return and stuff. But normally, sometimes he usually in and out that rotation with a small little weird injury, shoulder, knee, or
Yeah.
something. But
He
on the
been
back
killing
end of
it.
that All-Star game, that's when he started killing it. But
he never made the All-Star team.
he don't play
Yeah.
for All-Star.
Yeah. Never made the All-Star. Yeah, he definitely won.
Having a good year, averaging 21 and 6.
Let's just pretend for 1
Games
second
played, though.
they win the championship this year. If they win the championship this year and he start off next year looking the way he been playing this last month, he got a good chance of being an All-Star next year. I'm just saying.
He don't really coming off like that though.
Yeah, he does. He has a great chance because the Denver should be a good team too.
I'm
That's-
trying to
that's
tell
another
you
thing
because
that
they
plays a
climbing the
role.
ladder right now.
I
They
guess
didn't look that good at the beginning of the year like that, but yeah, they.
And
At
they
least I
should-
don't remember.
Only
But I
thing
know
that
they're doing better now.
Only thing that could hurt them is come playoff time. If they play a team like Boston, Denver is the
Boston
last.
ain't gonna make it to the finals this year.
Remember who put
Oh, they
remember
make
who
it
put
to the
Denver out?
finals.
You think so?
Yeah,
You
Boston,
sure?
yeah.
Remember who put Denver out and how they put them out?
More
Right.
firepower.
I forget who put Denver out. Minnesota.
Minnesota. And how they put them out though.
They had
ain't
3 bigs.
Totally different game. Totally different team.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just saying, no. Go off what
But
you
and a
go off
dog
what
over
you
there.
seen them at when they were doing their last. Because what you can go off is when you seen them at their best last. Your last playoff run is your best last. All right. I'm just
But they
saying.
got
You
different
look at no,
pieces.
but you look at that how they get it. That's why I'm saying that's how you
Different
look at
utilities.
when teams look at how you beat them. They gonna look at that film. I'm telling you.
But they got different players now.
It don't matter when you look at how to beat them. Those are the footage you look at. I'm telling you.
Boston do have a good shot to
Yeah.
go back to the finals. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, they're going to the finals.
I just
They-
don't.
they just
I
aren't
see that.
turning around.
I feel like the luck
It's gonna
is
be between them and the
run out
Knicks.
for shooting them damn shots, man.
It's gonna be
I
between
can
them and the Knicks.
They
I can see
they
one of those
automatically
Thompson
shoot a lot of threes,
twins.
bro.
Yeah, they
It's
shoot the
not
most.
like
Not like the
they
East,
really
though.
finagling ways
They
to
gonna
make sure
play.
they get a a good two all
It's
the
not
time.
the East though.
They getting threes. They getting open jump shots and threes.
Yep.
So when you do that, you gotta make them, or you gotta make a high percentage, or make them at a high clip.
I totally
Because
agree. But you want to know the problem with that
Whenever
is
you
that
feel you can lose to anybody.
One's in the
you
East,
can,
one's in
but
the
you want to know
West.
the problem
I know.
with Boston. With the problem, I totally agree with what you're saying, but that only becomes a problem when you have 1 or 2 guys that can shoot the 3. That becomes a problem. Cool. You want to know what? You can be off table. Doesn't really fucking matter. You both of y'all niggas can be off. Really doesn't fucking matter because we still got Porzingis. We still got Drew Holiday. We still got the white boy coming off the bench to
I
shoot
hear
the
you.
3. You still got Al Horford, who we all know is going to be clutch in the playoff
Yeah,
time.
vulnerable.
We
All
still
these
got great
people-
coaching.
All these people have lost a whole bunch of times. They
But you
all
gotta think
lost
about-
more
they
than they
have.
won.
But I want
That's
you to
it.
They
think
all
about it like
lost
this.
more than they won.
That's true, but
And the Cleveland Cavaliers got what them niggas need.
But
I'm
it's,
gonna keep it real with
possibly,
you.
but
I'm gonna keep it real with
but
you.
but
we
as
have-
soon
we
as
haven't
And
they
they
seen-
play
got
a
to
7-game
Boston,
series.
we haven't seen Cleveland
Boston
do
get
it.
ran off the floor at least twice. I'm talking about.
We haven't seen
15 to
Cleveland do it in
20
the
points.
playoffs.
But it's,
We've seen Boston do it in the playoffs.
as soon as Drew
That's a
Holiday
huge
got to
difference.
Boston,
Big
shit
difference.
turned
That's
around.
a huge
Big
difference.
difference.
As soon as
Come
Drew Holiday
playoff
got
time, we
there,
starting to see Boston
shit-
starting
We
to
were
get
saying the
things
same
wins.
shit about Indiana last year.
Yep.
I give you.
I'm telling you,
I
playoff
give
crumble.
I give you Atlanta Hawks versus Boston in the first series. Say Atlanta Hawks creep in and be the AFC somehow after all the play and shit
They
like that.
getting barbecue
That's already
chicken.
exactly. But I'm telling you, okay. So this is the warm up. This is what I'm telling you. Not the hardest.
He
role.
said the warm up.
Yeah, because it's not. I'm gonna give you not the hardest role for Boston. I'm gonna give you some challenges. This may not be good in the long run for Boston. You start off with the warm up. You go with all these goddamn power forwards. You know what I'm saying? They like to play athletic power forwards in Atlanta. You beat them.
Only thing that beat Boston is
but
Boston.
it's like,
Yeah.
but like,
Only thing that
damn,
beat Boston is Boston because when they have 9 good
That's
shooting
my
nights and
point.
shit back to back,
That's
the only
my
time they
point.
lose. But when
They
they
are a
hit,
junk
they
shooting
blowing you
team.
out. But when they hit, they
they-
blowing you
they
out the
very-
water.
So they
rarely-
go to
rarely
and they
miss like
rarely
that.
get like that.
And you
Yeah,
got
exactly.
Devin White, that's like, bro, they so fucking. That's what.
and they good
They're-
defensively.
and they good
When
defensive. They
motherfucking-
just deeper,
exactly. When motherfucking
It's between
Golden
them and the-
State,
I'm telling you, it's
when
between
Golden
them
State
and
was
the Knicks,
winning,
man.
they was number
I
1
keep
and
it
2
up.
on offensive rating and defensive
Yes.
rating. They wasn't just shooting shots
No, exactly.
and making them. They was real defense.
We gotta get through this. 10 questions this week, man. 10 free agents or players who might get traded. I named 10 players. You guys tell me really quick what would be the best
The
destination
Houston
for them.
Oilers,
Number 10, Joshua Edge for the Eagles. Best spot. Study.
Chicago Bears,
we definitely need him.
Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Shine no lie.
Shot no lie. Okay.
what's up?
Number 9, Kirk Cousins, quarterback.
Oh damn. Kirk Cousins. Shit, I can actually see him going out to what's this called? Taking over Geno Smith's spot. To be honest.
Yucky.
Hey,
I'm gonna go Carolina Panthers and stun another young quarterback's growth.
nah, I say
That's just nasty work.
that's nasty.
Who you got?
Uh,
Let's play with
I
That's
see him
good,
going to
that's good.
Seahawks.
that shit was nasty work.
Jets.
That little nigga gonna come down them stairs and punch the dog shit out of you.
Jets.
Bryce Young, huh?
Jets.
I like that. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers not there.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Bitch, get off the yellow on me. Get off the yellow on me.
I actually seen it too.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That's what's up, man.
That's just crazy though.
That's
man.
We
You
knew
see?
he was going.
You see?
Nah, we knew you were
They
going to
suck.
see it.
No,
Nah,
the Jets is a good
Oh,
ass
I'm
pick.
4 out. I was.
Nah,
gonna
you the
say,
closest.
You see how that
You
was?
got me though.
You the closest.
You got me though.
That nigga complete passes though, man. The Jets is a good ass pick.
The thing about it is,
I feel like it'll be
we're,
true
we're,
that they
we're,
take
we're
defense.
talking about a
Yeah,
veteran
just
quarterback
Just
who
because you
can
gonna
still
put some
throw the
points on the
ball. You can work on the O line and can still make your
gonna put
young
some points on
receivers.
the board. And then that defense will save you.
You
I'm
telling
trying
me
to
he
tell you.
would?
He works well with young receivers. Just put it like that.
You telling
Kirk
me?
Cousins works well with young
He
receivers.
can throw
No
that
more, no
ball.
less.
You telling me he
He
wouldn't
gets
be good in
completion.
Seattle?
No.
How not?
Because Seattle needs a little bit more done. I don't think they'll be a successful unit. I think with the potential that you can get with Kirk Cousins and what they got for the defense that the Jets still have, he can still make them a competitive team over there. Because I still think the Seahawks need a little bit more. They don't even know if they're going to have Metcalf. He's still a trade option. They don't know what they're going to have this year.
They need
I'm just saying they
quarterback
don't
a
know
little
what they're
bit.
going to have this year.
But look at what Geno did with him.
That's good with what weapons he have. You don't know what weapons they're going to have. Listen, I reiterate, you don't know what weapons they're going to have. This is not going to be a Geno Tim.
I'm saying like Metcalf might stay depending on who
That's a
becomes
mic.
the quarterback.
That's a mic.
So
though.
you say Seattle?
I say Seattle.
The Jets got a couple receivers and a running back. It's more motherfucking whatever the
Jets.
more weapons there. Yeah, Jets. That's a good hit.
Jets. Myles Garrett.
Chicago Bears. It seems like this is getting to be pretty similar. I just want everybody on the Bears, huh?
That's
Because we can only get one. It
Probably
seems like out of your
one or
whole
two.
list, probably.
Miles Garrett.
Like you said, he's-
Realistically, I would want him to go to the Bears, but grandishly, I could see him going to a team like the Vikings.
possibly they could definitely go. picks. Endo, who you got?
I would also like him to go to the Bears, but a realistic option would actually be the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Lions like a motherfucker. Why you keep having the right answer right now? That's hilarious.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
Hey,
You know what
I feel like both of them are
if that nigga went to
contenders.
Baltimore, though, same
They're
division.
both playoff contenders.
Who?
The Vikings and Lions. So either way, he
But
could
the
still-
Lions
Yeah, but see,
need that nigga, man.
The thing about the Vikings
Vikings
don't want to come off some more money for that defense right now. I think they're trying to really work on like putting some shit around McCarthy and getting him settled in right now. I don't know because they already have a decent defense, is what I'm saying. I don't
But
think
what are they losing on during this offseason? That's what I gotta look at. That's all I'm at.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
because what they will return. This is a trade. This is
Right.
not a free agency really so much. This would be actually I think a trade with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
you
what's the question?
would have to
You-
trade.
You would try
Where
to
would
trade.
That spot for him.
Best spot.
You try to trade for him before you start losing pieces during free agency.
No,
next
it's
year.
what assets a team is going to be willing to give up for him is what I'm saying.
Right,
And
I'm saying,
what they
like-
have in return.
No, I'm saying like before next year's trade deadline, we got like they got to start reserving pieces. Like you act like the Vikings don't have pieces over there that they could trade.
No, I'm not saying that. It's what they're willing to give up.
I
In
think
order
they'd
to
be
give
willing to
up,
give
or if I have a structure and my structure is made of 12 bricks and I take the middle brick away from it, my structure is compromised. Whatever you're willing, you're compromising something else, is what I'm saying. And they might want picks. So if you have to give up picks, I don't think the Vikings have the type of capital and picks that what they would want in return. It's already been said what they want is a few first round draft picks is what is the offer for Myles Garrett. So unless you have some first round picks in some areas that they desire and or want, they're not going to pull the trigger on that.
Right. It depends
That's
on
all.
what.
You said
It
right.
depends, yeah, it depends on
What
what
was it,
year.
No, bro.
It depends
Myles
on what
Garrett,
year
you said
you want to
Bears.
give up.
Right,
You
right.
said
No,
Detroit.
the year of the draft pick.
You said you said Detroit. So
Yeah, I said more times it would sound like Detroit.
One
Because
guy,
they have picks.
one guy who I didn't realize he's been hurt, but he's really good when he's healthy. Tulano. I hope I'm saying his name right. Hufunga, safety. 49ers, best spot for him.
I have no idea who the hell the person is. I'm just saying
He's really fucking
He's
good.
really fucking good.
Okay.
What do you say, Stud? Best spot for him?
I'm trying to think of who really needs a safety right now. So I can see him going to Dallas
I like that.
because if they're about to lose a safety, and he's a nice safety as well, like you got to replace talent with talent if it's there. Like
I like the Dallas, and they definitely don't mind getting talent. They can definitely use
Safety.
it.
I'm not a fan of that. Safety.
Endo, best spot.
Colts. I think the Colts need to spend some money and start getting some key pieces in that safety area and stuff like that. So if they really are serious
They need a
about,
quarterback.
they have a quarterback.
Do they?
No,
They,
No, they
I
don't.
mean,
they're
true, but I think
they're talking
they
about
still
getting
have a
three.
very decent defense. They have some young pieces on that defense, and you can kind of win some games if you still have a dominant defense. And if you want to come in and still win, we know defense really wins games if you can stop other people. And I think one of the reasons they were getting beat this year is because people were passing all the way deep on the motherfuckers. They had nobody to stop them. You put somebody there who can stop some of the deep pass, you might win some of them games with your defense. Even though your offense is a little shaky, you can win with mismatched quarterbacks in this position. Defense really wins games.
Best spot for Hufunga.
The Bears.
Those teams
The
would be
Bears.
under.
How did I know? Number 6, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh damn.
Not the Bears.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Damn.
So-
Sammy Rodgers.
I
Brett
was-
Favre, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to
The
Jets,
weapon
to
core
the
with that him.
Vikings.
He's never had weapons like that.
Yeah.
What you got, Stud? Best spot for Aaron Rodgers.
I gotta give it to you again, man. Trifecta. Goddamn it. You
Vikings.
doing it. You doing it.
Honestly, the Colts.
Okay.
Damn. They could
like
use
that.
a quarterback. I don't know about their weapons.
And he in the dome, too. So, I like that.
I'm not mad at that at
I'm
all.
not mad at that at all.
I just know they need a goddamn quarterback. They need
Yeah.
anybody.
Mhm.
They
Number-
need anybody.
Number 5, Trey Smith, guard.
Bears.
God
The Bears? Do we need a guy? That's shit. How y'all feel
Bears.
about
damn. I do like Trey Smith. I wish it is, but keeping it more in a realistic type shit. You know what I'm
realistic?
saying?
This is realistic.
Yeah, because I
I'm saying the
don't.
Bears 'cause
There's
the
just
Bears,
not
that's
enough.
it's super-
realistic.
super
It's just not
realistic.
money to be
No,
accoladed and shit like
That's
that.
not
I can kind of see him going to a place like the Giants right now because I can kind of see them trying to build up on their motherfucking guard situation and shit and try to get a quarterback over there. They already got some receivers. They're trying to work on a little thing. The biggest thing that teams need to work on right now is building a core like that. They have a decent center over there. You get a guard like that, you're kind of in that
Well,
mix
they
now.
made their quarterback.
But I get it, but now you are a little bit suited to have that protection for this quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you have back there, you need protection. You get somebody like that, you get time, you can get to a guy like Neighbors. You can get to somebody you just drafted. That's the whole reason. And they were doing a pretty good job of getting to him this year. You get somebody right there who can strengthen up that line because their line was a big issue as well this year. I think the Giants is a realistic, somebody who's going to pay him that money. These guys are looking for money. They're not going to the teams that already are winning and stuff like this because they already have their people.
trying to get
These
paid,
guys are
so-
going to teams who are not doing so good, who have problems.
Straight up.
I think
I ain't
Chicago
mad
is
at 'em.
best spot for him.
The Bears.
And we got the money. T. Higgins, wide receiver.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Stub, T. Higgins.
See, shit. Jeez.
That's hard.
I think it's finna be a fucking Bengal, nigga. They finna put that motherfucking, what's the name on that motherfucker, that franchise
Franchise
tag.
tag.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
let's keep it a buck. Let's call realistic on this shit. It's
man.
finna be a Bengal.
Yeah,
Debo Samuel, number 3, wide receiver, running back.
Whenever I think of this nigga, I just see him walking to the game.
I know.
Have you ever seen him walking to the game? God damn it. I wish I never seen that shit. I just want to see somebody killing on the field.
I say Miami.
Ooh, you wishing upon a star with this one.
A little bit.
But
But
Man, ain't no little bit
but
to
nah,
it.
if you get rid of Cheetah,
They're not getting rid of Cheetah. He already said that he apologized to and everything.
I was about to say he was
Nah, I was-
the one that wanted to lead though. But
Hey,
okay, he
but
apologized.
hey, anything can happen.
Miami.
Miami.
Debo,
Mhm.
after careful consideration. The Bears.
The Bears.
Let me go with the Bears, man.
How much
You know, I
money
like
we
the
got?
Bears.
Nah,
Hey,
but
look, man. Hey, look.
How much money you think
You
we
talking
got?
but if you
about
got a problem with
Matt
Miami, if you got a problem with Miami,
Not even like the newer man.
Salary
You gotta
cap,
make some money for
unlimited.
it. I'm
Alright.
talking about like back in
So-
the day, you just trade niggas head up.
For real.
so then what about Boston? I mean not Boston, but Baltimore.
How much money you think they got?
That could possibly work.
It could
I
work.
personally think Washington would be the best spot.
It would be,
Washington.
but like
Yeah, because of Kingsbury. I think Kingsbury would know how to use a gadget guy like that.
What about Detroit?
not really.
No.
They're a
Wouldn't work.
team that's right there. That's they could use an extra
No.
dominant wide receiver.
No, I think they would put that money on the
Something
defense
like that.
because they got plenty of wide receivers.
Mhm.
You got Knuckles, and you got Sonic, you got Jameson who's
They have an
a deep threat.
abundance of weapons.
Yeah, you got
There's
Laporta
no
who's
rule. They
who's
don't have a Debo Samuels.
no, but they got an
I'm
Amon-Ra
just
St.
saying
Brown.
his toughness is like completely. perfect
Amon
for that team.
Ra is damn near just as tough.
I mean, but that's just one.
Yeah,
What
but
if you got two Anquan Boldens?
possibly.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
possibly, but I mean,
You're not gonna
I
be paying
think
that
they
type of
need
money
more
to
on
people, that
defense.
type of guy.
They didn't lose because they couldn't score. They lost because they couldn't stop nobody.
Right.
Now, granted, injury played a big part of that, but they need more help on defense. Now, you put somebody their defense in the same. Their Montez Sweat is in the same situation Aiden Hudson's in, to where you don't have anybody on the other side to alleviate some of that pressure off of them. So that's why Myles Garrett will work perfect.
Tampa Bay.
Or Tampa Bay too.
Tampa Bay.
Sam Darnold.
Damn,
Sam
I didn't get to
Darnold.
mine.
Oh, my fault. Who you got, Debo?
Damn, I want to go now. No,
Hey.
Debo, Kansas City.
I like that.
I think they identify they need a weapon, a gadget man like
Yeah.
that and shit to go in there, and I think
That'd
that's what
be
they go
tough.
get.
I like
That'd
that.
be tough.
And
They perfect
Xavier,
three,
that'd be
eighteen.
crazy. Because Xavier Ward is going to be a 2.
All right.
And then you got Breland, who a lot of people forget about. He's going to be a 1. Sam Darnold.
Saying he's gonna lead the Vikings.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying best
I
destination.
don't think they're gonna pay him.
Does he even want to get paid though? That's the best scenario for him. He's won the most games here than anywhere else in his career. Why would he want to leave?
It's not that you
So
want to
say
leave.
two
It's
shits a
we
bag.
we might not necessarily want you here to be winning right
That's
now.
the whole thing. If they want him there, then
'Cause
like
they still
maybe
got
you
the
take a
youngin.
couple extra less dollars.
He's hurt,
Then they go to.
but he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, he's coming off an injury. It was about to be a youngins team regardless. So like
Sam Darnold was
What's-
still
what's
gonna
the best spot?
start. They already said that.
for Sam
day one.
New Orleans Saints.
Raiders.
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 I like that. He in a dome, too. Best spot for
Raiders
Darnold.
won't should do it.
Man,
I'll take Ward all day.
I'm really thinking he's gonna go Jacksonville. I think the Trevor Lawrence experience. I think they might either move on or get a different coach. I think it might be timed over there, because if you really look at what they could get right now for a Trevor Lawrence type stuff, a lot of guys will be looking like, I know the Rams will be more than appreciative to give you whatever they got to get a Trevor Lawrence. Teams that are a piece away from that like that. You know what I'm saying? I think some guys should, because think about it. As much as we just say the Raiders would give them top dollar right now for a Trevor Lawrence.
That's true.
Think what's available right now.
That's true.
You could turn your franchise around for what the Raiders could give you.
That's true. That's not. I didn't think that. That's great.
So
Huh?
who's that for?
That was for Sam Darnold.
Oh, sure.
Number 1. Quarterback. Justin. Fields. Best trade, that best spot for him next year. This is really for you, stuff.
Oh shit.
I think Costco. Just
They're
fucking
saying
with.
that too is a crazy part.
Hilarious.
I was so right. I'm so sad.
Honestly, I could see him going to a team like the Jets.
Jets.
Yeah, it's a fresh start, young core, get that shit together. Like, he had a chance to show what he could do for those games.
6 games.
Yeah, so like,
Got outplayed by Russell Wilson.
he
Nothing
didn't
wrong
get,
with that
he didn't
with
get
Russell.
outplayed by Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just was injured for those 6 games, right? So, like,
That's the
so-
worst statement you can make.
I'm not arguing.
Right there.
No, I'm not
I was
arguing.
down there with you.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not
You
arguing.
hit me in the gut.
No,
And then
I'm not
I was
arguing.
Like,
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing like saying that on
The
paper.
what to the who?
No, I'm not.
What?
No, I'm not arguing on paper
Take
that they
the
wanted him to be the
money.
starter regardless of the situation. So, like, if he wasn't hurt, Justin Fields probably wouldn't have started those 6 games.
That's true.
So, like, all right, we don't know the plan until they take actions. So now we see the actions of those 6 games. He went 4-2. All right. Didn't fuck up. They won. He did decent. He managed the game. All right. Now give him a full-on season to start this.
Mhm.
And see where he can take you. Because, like,
So you saying Pittsburgh?
no, I'm saying the Jets.
Oh.
Because Rodgers is about to leave.
Yeah.
So if Rodgers is out,
Mhm.
that team's wide open, but he can also stay at the Steelers. But if Rodgers comes to the Steelers, Fields might as well leave because Russell's already heading out. Why the fuck would I want to sit behind Rodgers?
No, that's fair. That's actually a good spot. What do you think? Best spot Justin Fields next year?
The Bears, no, I'm just playing. Motherfucking Seattle. I think he better than Gino.
I like that. I actually like that.
Mm-hmm. But I also think he's better than a team with no quarterback too. Somebody that gets to give him a chance.
He's still young. I mean,
He's 25.
He's only 25.
Yeah, but they got to give him a chance. So, like, you have no quarterback right now. Your quarterback's last name is Ornell. Also, your punter. Or some shit like that. So, like, bro, come on now.
Okay. What do you think is their best spot for Justin Fields?
Pack that nigga up, send him home, let him go to Cleveland. He could be the best quarterback right now for the Browns. He ain't doing no worse, no better than no damn motherfucking Watson. He'd be a nice little addition, a fresh face over there, and they can actually use his talents over there. They have weapons right now.
Him with Nick Chubbs in them? Even with Nick Chubbs.
Nick Chubb's a free agent.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be okay? Didn't he have to have like another surgery or some shit?
Chubbs?
Yeah.
Who
The
knows?
running back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a few years ago, though.
They got another one.
Another one. But hey, man, it's gonna be interesting. Much love to Justin Fields, man. I know I haven't always been the biggest Justin Fields fan, but it's not anyway directed toward him, the person. He seems like a great person. I'm just not. I just think he's
A grocery getter.
I think I think he's.
Costco.
I think he's a terrific backup or a terrific bridge quarterback. I just don't know if he'll ever be able to put it all together to be a franchise QB. Hope he does, but hey, Bills, please tell these people what time it is.
Trade yourself.
Trade yourself, young people. It's basically a nice way of telling somebody F you. It could be your co-worker, you know what I'm saying, your wife, your husband, getting on your nerves. You ain't got to cuss nobody out. You look out dead in the face and say, you sir, ma'am, you need to trade your goddamn self. And we normally try to keep it with sports figures, Mike Malone, Denver Nuggets, or Brett Favre, the welfare queen. But this week, Bills, who need to trade themselves?
Man, I heard Brendan Haywood, you know what I'm saying, say the All-Star game was protected, but it was protected by the faces of the league. You know what I'm saying, who took it serious, like Magic and Larry and then Mike. And also the game got bad after Kobe left. And that gave me this vision in my mind when Kobe was telling LeBron, come on, basically attack me. And LeBron passed the ball to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And he said basically blaming LeBron for, you know what I'm saying, weak All-Star games. And I kind of agree to that shit. Because if you think about it, this is why I wanted to say this shit earlier, because I wanted to chime in. Because if you think about it, there are gatekeepers to certain shit. And when they come to this NBA shit and you a player and you consider the GOAT, not just a good player too got this responsibility if you voted to the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you consider the GOAT, it's your responsibility to kind of at least at a moment or two go at the new guy who think he's supposed to be cold, everybody say is nice or something. LeBron's supposed to, if he played 20 years, whenever it was a switch where it was Steph, he's supposed to have his moment trying to guard him and stop him. Mm-hmm. Same for Giannis, same for Joker, same for everybody in good spirited, lighthearted fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's supposed to be on.
That was supposed
you know
to be
what I'm saying? On the real, D-Wade took it like that. Though D-Wade actually won it at Kobe a couple times. I remember this shit. He actually got his nose broke or some shit like that. That's why he's wearing a little black mask for a second in real games because fucking around with Kobe like hit him in the face or something. You know what I'm saying? But this was doing an All-Star game.
Yeah.
This was doing an All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it wasn't intentional. You know, they just playing this game. You know what I'm saying? But like same point in time, they took it serious. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But these are the motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the league is missing that though. There is no. First of all, there is no let's play some defense.
No.
That's a goddamn problem. But, you know, then again, though, it's just like those moments and shit, too. Like, the moment of being competitive. The All-Star game is missing competitiveness, and it's a trickle-down effect because the motherfuckers supposed to be taking it the most serious on the floor ain't. It's that glorified AAU shit the motherfuckers been talking about, where it's this buddy shit. Let's come up here and, you know, just let us shoot and shit and nah, that ain't the All-Star game. The All-Star game is defense too. And they need to start awarding motherfuckers more shit for defense when they come to money and contracts. So motherfuckers can get on the motherfucking court knowing they're a defensive guy and they ain't like getting paid the least. Somebody need to Deion Sanders that shit and like make a cornerback glorified to the point where you get paid to play defense in the NBA, because at this point in time, motherfucking defenders ain't really getting taken seriously like that. If you play great defense, though, you get on the all-star floor, ain't nobody taking that serious because everybody's want to shoot. You supposed to let them shoot. No, let these defensive niggas do what they do. And maybe y'all should play some defense too.
I like that. Stubbs, who need to trade themselves?
I actually didn't have one today. That's my fault.
Okay. Who need to trade themselves this weekend, though?
Man, LeBron, man. I'm still stuck on that motherfucker. Like, listen, I was irritated about that because I really felt a certain type of way. This man went to you have the nerve to board this plane, pack a suitcase, go all the way down to this event, hang out, be in the locker room with these niggas, dapping niggas, hey, all this shit like this, and you can't throw on a jersey, at least take the photos. First photo you ever see a nigga in street clothes, I reiterate this. This is wild to me. You at the games, spend money in the hotel room, Bronny down here with you. All you have to do is hop on this float one time, make your appearance known. You just here kicking it. Man, come on, man. Listen, if this was any other type of player, I might have not had an issue with this. But being one of the four faces of the league, up here with Durant's, the Currys, and everybody on the top of the league as far as who influences the league, this is a Shaq moment, my guy. This is what we're talking about as a generational thing that looks as a drag. He don't even take the All-Star game serious. And this is what is apparent. And this is why we, as the fans, don't want to watch this shit, because once I see shit like this, I automatically don't want to watch this shit. This shit weird as shit to me, man.
Really?
You here at the fucking game and you just in street club?
Just a little bit.
I never. Listen, if this would have been anybody in the 90s, it didn't matter what they did. They would have made that motherfucker nigga. They probably had to damn near get their own jet out there, plane out there, pay for their own shit just to get the fuck out there, and would have done that shit and would have did anything to been on that court for that All-Star game, even to be on the fucking bench.
Deion Sanders.
It's just crazy to me. It just looks overprivileged at times, and this is the problem with the NBA because we act like all this buddy and this overprivileged. I wish the commissioner would actually take a story. I wish he would have stepped in. He would have seen this shit like, hey, Brett, hey, just step out, bro. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just step out. If you're not gonna be in uniform, step the fuck out the picture. That's what type of shit I'm doing. If we gonna get here and nail bite about other shit, weak ass calls and shit like this, and all these dribble, get on shit like this. Because now you letting niggas get away with this pampered shit. The same shit that Phil Jackson was talking about way back in the day when he was out there being the general manager of the motherfucking Knicks. Before going over to the Lakers, the Knicks, he was talking about how they pamper these players and letting all these motherfuckers on this shit like this is what we seeing. And he right. Come to now, we fast forward 7 years later, and he fucking right. Come on, man. You gotta show them better, bro. You supposed to be here.
Can you say suspension?
No, because this is volunteer shit, man. This is extra shit. This stuff you put on for the fans and for the NBA, nigga. And when you're the face of the NBA, this is the shit you do, man. Mike did it, MJ did it, Bird did it. This is what you do. This is the part of handing of the torch. You don't do this shit. This shit don't come with the legacy of having all these points and shit like this. Now I think about that shit, I'm like, damn, but now
But do you think the league knew he wasn't gonna play?
It didn't matter what the league thought. No, it don't matter what the league thought, Dre. Hey, what mattered is what LeBron did that day.
Right. No,
Doesn't matter what the league thought. It matters what he did that day. His actions.
Right.
All you have to do is suit up. Listen to what I'm saying. It's just an action. Suit up. You ain't gotta play, nigga.
No, you got a point. I'm just saying. I thought like it was like
that's some
once you
shag
get
shit.
elected in, like
trade yourself. I just gotta say, really quick, Elon Musk, you trade yourself. You know you're out there doing a bunch of whack stuff. Went a little long today, but that's all right, man. Great show. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Episode 134 is in the books. We gotta give a shout out if you're in La Crosse, Wisconsin area. The Closet JV, Fifth and King. Go check them out. Exclusive kicks, retros, as well as our brother Focus over Jackson Plaza. A breath of fresh. Check him out, man. He also does great shoe restoration, Tim's, whatever you need, all that good stuff. Also has clothing in there. Check him out. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Another great show. Once again, I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. As always, we'll be right back the same time next week in the basement. Much love, and let these brothers do their outro. Old Headz 134.
It's your boy Cool.
It's your man Bills.
No, I'm saying
B.I. in the basement.
Oh man, no man. It's your man Hendo G, aka French Loaf, aka the man that be smoking that stuff. Man, much love to all the viewers, man. We appreciate every watch, every view, man. Make sure y'all check us on YouTube, man. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe on there so you always know whenever we drop our videos, because I know you want to catch this hot message. Stay
Yes,
woke.
sir.
This
Yes,
stay
sir.
woke sport music.
Yes, sir. Oh, we also got to give a shout out to actually our co-host Hendo and my son. That's why I'm actually wearing this jacket today. He bought it for me. They won their men's league basketball championship. So much love to the old heads putting in work.
Yo, shout out to Tone, man. Haircut Tone, man. Haircut Tone, man. We didn't know we was gonna have to play 2 games that day, man. We was tired. I was tired as fuck, man. Hey, just know a lot of defense, a lot of rebounds. Just know that, man. A lot of defense, nigga.
I had me a block. I had me a block. I had me a little block in there.
Oh, no, bro. I was out there like motherfucking Draymond.